Yo, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Teleme Rock, and y'all already know what time it is. You're now tuned to the No Filter Show, and as always, I'm joined by my great co-hosts.
Yeah, you know what it is. And yes, that was intentional. What's poppin' though? Okay, quick. Mr. Dexter Fitz, villain in the white mask, straight out the asylum, available everywhere. You know what it is, BBF. Rhythmic site coming to a tube near you. Yeah.
I just don't know. I am the Blue Phoenix coming behind my boy. Not my boy, but my buddy, the K Quick. I don't know how to follow that, so I'm just going to say what's up to y'all.
Hey, what's up? And of course, this is your man GMO, aka non-GMO, man. Hey, look, I'm tired of shit. I'm tired of whooping people's asses on the pool. So, but I digress.
Man, how y'all feeling this week?
It's good. I'm good. I want to say this, because what's going to happen, because I've been seeing some press conferences and shit just floating around. It's entertaining. But I just want y'all to know, first thing y'all see when y'all turn that damn stream on will be me in a jersey with a blazer over it. Oh yeah, I'm the Howard Cosell of this shit. I'm gonna call this shit right down the motherfucking middle.
Oh, goodness gracious.
This event needs a voice, and you're looking at him.
Well, tell them what you're speaking of, sir.
Oh,
for the ones who don't know.
Oh, the event I'm talking about is the event where two of my colleagues here had to consume some white shit. Pause.
All right, see, look, now you got to tell them exactly what the white shit is.
Please.
Mayo. It's Mayonnaise Challenge Part 2. Mayonnaise Challenge Part 2. And this one here, folks, is the epitome of a grudge match. Oh yeah, folks have chips on their shoulders. There will be tension in the room. And hopefully there will not be any intoxication, because last time that happened, some words and phrases of a harsh matter got thrown around on footage.
Oh goodness.
So
they got gangster in there.
Very gangster. So that's why they need a professional in the building to help keep structure. And that's where I come in. Good old Dexter Fitz.
Dexter Fitz. December 26th, Nikki.
Yeah.
Going live, baby.
Dexter Fitzgerald. Just make sure you tune in, because there will be post-consumption interviews. And I just made that phrase up. It sounds weird, but we'll roll with it.
Listen, first and foremost, this man does not speak for any of the opponents. I'm gonna have to put this out here, man. Hey, listen, he is just the referee, y'all. Hey, listen, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. I'm coming in gunning. You hear me? I don't know how to fuck pause, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gunning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm gonna win this, but I'm gonna work on my craft, I guess. You can't even practice for this as a man.
You're gonna win it. No, you really can't.
No.
There's not enough life experience for a man to swallow white shit, bro.
And the fact that a man has to say that they're practicing for it, there's not a lot of manly ways to practice for something like that.
Yeah.
At all. It's like, what can you say? You've been doing throat exercises.
I mean,
pause.
Unless you just eat yogurt.
That's what I was about to say. You can eat yogurt.
But yogurt has a tang to it. Like, it has a contrast to it. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, major pause, of course, everybody out there that's listening. Because I done shared this with like 50 of my groups. You dig? Like, listen, everybody out there, man, for a man, there is we cannot fathom the textures that go into your mouth when you eat mayonnaise raw. Like, this is for everybody. This is, God damn it, I'm doing this for the people. You understand me? Like, if I
you gotta do it for the people. Ain't nobody fucking else gonna do it. Nobody else gonna do it.
Pick me type of situation.
Yeah, I swear for God, young, this shit is violent. This is criminal activity.
I can promise you probably at the front of the line, my guy. I don't think you'll have too much argument of who will represent the people.
So my question is, AI, do you think you're gonna win this one?
I mean, we got to be realistic. I don't feel like I will, but I don't think she will neither. I think if she actually did what I did instead of taking spoonfuls, because
that's another thing. That's another thing.
Punk ass shit.
I'm gonna make sure
she punked out, young, and she a whole punk for that.
I will announce it when them containers get weighed. I'm gonna out loud say the weight of each of them. They better be spot the fuck on before we continue. And then
I'm bringing the Baker scale, Mo. Like I'm bringing everything. Everything gonna be weighed out. We gonna make sure that everything taxed. You understand me? Like, yeah.
No extra.
And we gotta figure out what mayonnaise we want to eat, young.
Coloring.
We gotta do the store brand, bro.
Nah, we gotta do the dukes or something gourmet. It's all eggs and oil, man. Like everybody gonna have a heart attack after that. You dig? So, the 26th, I'll be healing up from some shit.
Mr. Mayo.
I'm gonna tell you this though. When we get started, I'm gonna make sure because we're gonna lay out all the ground rules before it started, before it all starts. And granted, just like it was clearly stated in the first video.
Nobody asked you quick.
You ain't gotta ask me. I'm saying.
Anybody asked you?
This side of your jurisdiction. You stay on that side.
We gotta do some research on you quick because you a violent criminal right now, bro. I don't even get it, bro. Like, why are you trying to violate? Hey, look, this is some light skin business, man. Hey, listen, we have a brown ref, everybody. Young, this is light skin business. We're trying to prove.
Quick,
you get on my goddamn nerves, motherfucker. Hey, you get on my nerves, bro.
Y'all gonna hate me the day of the event. Just know, both of y'all finna hate me.
Laughing, choking, and coughing. Okay.
There will be choking.
Oh no, I'm gonna Earl. I know for a fact I'm gonna Earl. I know for a fact I'm gonna fucking Earl because I'm telling you now, yeah, I have not fucked with mayonnaise since that challenge, yeah. So this is gonna be a new experience.
So your tolerance ain't even built up yet. You gotta build it back up.
No, I do not practice. I do not practice eating mayonnaise on a regular, and I thought it was hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like hidden figures and all that shit. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sisters that came up with the mathematics to go to the fucking moon.
Did you try to do a mathematical equation on the mayonnaise challenge? Is that what you were trying to do?
God, I thought there might be a chance, but I don't see it happening. But I'm going to give the good fight, but you got to go with me now to hell. You understand me, Blue Phoenix? You got to stop playing with me.
Several times.
If you take one spoonful, if you take even spoonful.
Do it like that.
Yeah, I'm going
to do it like we're competing. Okay.
So look. I even give you this.
You rode by hell. You like was in a passenger seat.
First of all, as many challenges I have been in with this guy, I have been there. Okay. Y'all better leave me alone. Damn it.
You ain't been there.
I tell you what. Hey, Rock. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. We got a couple minutes. Yeah, go ahead. Show me throwing up, yeah. Go ahead, do it. Roll it, bro.
Please show the ending.
I just want to say something. You know, as I was going back and editing and really watching, like at this moment in time, bro, like you guys was like really happy. Like you really didn't know what you got yourself into. You know what I'm saying?
I started this shit. That was the problem. Is that I feel stupid because I started this shit. I did this shit to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Always trying to one up motherfuckers. Saw what the hell me and Denise did.
Bro, it was not. You know what? I never thought that anybody would Earl off a fucking sour challenge. That was weird. Because that shit is bitter. And I went through hell. We went through hell together on that one. We went to hell and back. And Blue Phoenix, I salute you. You always back me. We went through hell on that one. That shit hurt. I'm just getting my enamel back. Yeah, I went to the dentist, young. Shit is good now. You know what I'm saying? They polished that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Good. I'm happy.
But you want to know how I knew? You want to know how I knew this challenge was going to be some crazy shit? As soon as the camera started rolling, Weezy came in mad. Like, y'all know what this fool got me the fuck into.
It was Ike and Tina. It was Ike and Tina all over again, yeah. Real talk. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
She came in with emotion.
Yeah, because she knew it was fucked up.
Very. Well, I guess ain't nothing to it but the fucking roll, the prelude to what's leading up to the upcoming events on what's the date, right?
The 26th.
The 26th at the Christmas.
I just want to say I'm team AI. AI, bro. GMO. I'm rocking with you, bro. You got this. You got.
Wait a minute. What day is the 26th? Anyway?
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up,
bro. You got this, bro.
Fuck the 26th. Fuck the 26th, and don't you try to egg me on, motherfucker. Because I got some more challenges coming. I got some more challenges coming, and it's gonna be wicked.
He gonna always egg you on. He just want the footage.
No,
hey, bro, he is an animal, bro. Like this dude is like a walking fucking camera, bro. Like he sees shit. I don't know how high you got to get to see it, but you got to see it. You dig? Like I'm trying to look through this nigga's brain to like see shit happen. You dig?
Oh shit! Roll the damn footage, though.
Let's go ahead and give the people something to look at, man.
All right, here we go.
Where it started with this one.
You ready? Oh, God. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Took one punk ass spoon. One spoonful. Look at that shit.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I got your back real quick. Weezy cheated. Now that I really paid attention to it, bro.
Really?
No, she really.
One spoon.
Bro, she took one spoon and then looked at you from the corner of her eye.
One punk ass spoon.
Look, you see that? Oh, they set you up, bro. Hey.
Oh yeah. See, hey, now
look,
he's believing the devil part.
Look,
as you call it.
New rule. AI, she gets the extra mayo this time. You get the handicap.
Thank you so much, sir. Everybody out there, everybody in the chat room, everybody that's seeing this, and I finally get a backup. You know what I'm saying? People love me. I'm a champion. I tried. If I do fail, I still gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I did what the fuck I was supposed to do. Man. This is crazy.
So yeah, he can at least get that because he can at least get that because she had other sources helping her. So at least give him an automatic.
Bro, you was in the fucking studio audience, bro. I don't even trust you, nigga. I don't even want you to be the fucking referee, bro. Like,
look. You know I'm gonna call it down the middle. I have no bias towards nobody in this challenge at all. You gotta remember, but and that's big of me because you know Weezy was fucking with me that day too.
Man, she was killing everybody, bro.
So
like, she different.
I'm able to keep it professional and call this shit down the middle.
Are you sure you are able to handle this? Hey, look, put your right hand up. Put your right hand up. Put your right hand up.
You about to get sworn in, bro.
You have to get sworn in. You, as a referee, my sir, do agree to the terms and conditions that you will honestly give a great commentary and an honest call, sir.
I do.
All right.
Just to let you know, this is my left hand.
Oh. I keep looking at the goddamn screen. Look. That's how you know I'm ready to go to fucking bed. I'm so tired of being old. Yeah, hey, look, it's hard being an OT, bro. It's hard being an OT. I'm on the verge of that, man. But it's all good though. But I get you though, bro. Hey, listen, I look forward to the challenge, man. I don't know where our ladies are at tonight, but we do got to get shit cracking, young. So we never really talked about the weekend, man. Everybody's good, like health-wise, mental-wise, everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, look, I'm sick and I'm fighting the shit out this bitch, but I'm good. I'm alive.
Yes, sir.
I'm still flexing.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of weekend, though, little announcement came through. Somebody got a new record dropping. Somebody dusting that mic off. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, man. I've been holding on to this song for a break. Like I actually had the song done like towards the end of last year. And it was actually supposed to have been on This One's On Me, but I kind of was like, I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like time is right, bro. You know what I'm saying? In 2020.
That's lit. And I actually have it's not my song, but actually my father is actually dropping a song next week as well, featuring me. So that's the first song I ever did. The first song, well, not the first song I ever did with him, but the first song of his that we're officially releasing that we're doing together. So,
is he going a little boozy on it? Like he doing the
no. My dad is saying
Like he doing the line dancing songs, like the classic joints. Because I know you're gonna size it. I already know you're gonna spit on that joint. So it's gonna be youthful and it's gonna be dope.
It's very cultural. Like all right, my dad's a Rastafari in that heart. So let's just say that.
Okay. My guy, he said, "Oh boy."
Said, "I'm a living while I'm living to the Father I will pray." Hey, so don't maybe go booju out this joint, bro. Don't maybe go booju, bro.
Since we're talking about music, we got a little bit of time before our guests go. Well, let's talk about Kanye West being top gospel artist, and it's causing an uproar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it because of the Jesus is King album?
Nah, I mean, I think honestly, looking at the numbers in my research, he actually sold a lot of records. So, you know, if you rightfully earned it through your numbers, then what is there to argue?
I mean, yeah. If the Jesus is King album like topped all the gospel records that at the time, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I just think it's the fact that it's Kanye West and he doesn't come from a gospel background. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just rubbing people the wrong way.
Well, this is what exactly. Well, this is what I gotta say for people who are getting quote unquote rubbed the wrong way. Why should the background matter as long as the love of God is in them? As long as they want to express it. Just be happy. You should, if anything, fully embrace that individual because they want to spread that message. Because they want to spread that gospel. Because I know God accepts them with open arms. Even before he even got into that lane. We all made in his image. So why would that rub you the wrong way? If basically the message he is conveying is the message you want spread in the first place. What's the problem?
I think that elders are getting a little taken back by it on the simple fact that this is unconventional gospel. And the fact that he is with an Arab woman, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he did jump out there and wore a MAGA hat. Like, black folks are way too emotional. We don't think business-wise. We think more emotional. I think that a lot of this has to do with the political aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? He ran for president. You know what I'm saying? He was out there with Trump. I think that has a lot to do with it, that people are so shocked. But the fact that he makes number one is scary because guess what? The older baby boomers have to realize that this is not their fight anymore. Yeah, like they don't even know what the fuck we're talking about right now. Like real talk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so that's just like your genre of music. You know what I'm saying? Rock's genre of music, my genre of music, whatever we pick is what we're used to now. So it's non-denomination. You dig? That's all.
I don't know, man. I just think I don't know. I just think it's more of an insult because he's not a gospel artist. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? So let's classify a gospel artist, but you got to give us your definition. Rock has to give us his definition of what a gospel artist is.
I mean, bro, like I'm not even going to dig deep into it because honestly, I really don't care. You feel me? Music is music, and when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying? Like if what he did was acceptable in God's sight, I don't have to answer for that. So I really don't care. You feel me? It didn't put no money in my pocket, nor did it take money out of my pocket. So it's just
bullshit. Like, we asked you for a true definition of what gospel music is to you, solamente.
I don't have a definition of gospel music because.
Let me interject.
Because I've heard gospel music in so many forms where I can't sit up there and just say, "Oh, gospel music has one specific style or face." You feel me?
Okay, go ahead, bro. You next.
Well, no, I'm saying this. If they are trying to factor in, or if they want to factor in his entire career, that for the majority of his career he was a secular artist, okay, cool, fine. But this project he came out with, gospel music, gospel subject matter, message, content, therefore classifies as a gospel charts reached to the top. I mean, there's no room for argument there, for real.
Okay.
I mean, at all. He released the gospel project.
Okay. You've explained that part, right? Rock has explained his part. Now, most of us have grew up or grown up in the church, right? Correct?
Correct.
In some form or fashion, right?
Correct.
Rock especially. Rock actually used to play for a band in the church, correct? Rock?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you define gospel music, are you going on a feeling or a message?
It's always the message.
And so Kanye West is not allowed to have his message sent to the youth speaking their language. Like it's a whole nother language out there.
No, it's not that message can't be sent. I think it's just a more of a insult to the artist that's in it, you know what I'm saying, for those accolades. Because you know what I'm saying, as an artist, you still want those number one hits. You still want that shot charts. I don't care what you say. It don't matter what genre it is. If you're putting records, you still want to be number one.
Have you seen Mary lately? You know, they think it in a snicker, bro. She got the titties out, everything, bro. Hips out, everything.
Bro, what does that have to do with me saying that?
Well, wait a minute. Just so I can understand what he's trying to say. Are you trying to say that it's not fair to artists who've always done gospel? Is that what you're trying to do?
No. What I'm saying is, I never said it wasn't fair. What I'm saying is that it is messing those artists up that's been in that lane for a while. Kanye West was popular in a whole different genre and lane, and he crossed over. I think that's where the main problem is, that he stepped on a lot of toes coming over to take number one. Because at the end of the day, those artists still want those accolades. I don't care what nobody says. As an artist, because everybody has the categories in every award. You dig what I'm saying? They might not show or air the whole award ceremony, but those categories are recognized in a lot of awards, and some of these people might not get their award just because of that. You dig what I'm saying?
This is so weird. Where are our ladies at? Like, where the fuck is the Phoenix at?
Oh, well, the Phoenix sent a message in the private chat. She had to go take care of some business real quick.
That means she fist fighting somebody for Skittles. It's all good. I dig it. Yeah. But go ahead. Hey,
we on man time. This shit don't even matter.
Hey, but quick. OT, you seem very versatile. You know what I'm saying? Versatile, or however you want to call it. If I'm speaking in Yoda talk, you seem like you have like both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like you ready?
Go ahead. Mm-hmm. No.
Is there something that you see? Is there a weakness or a chink in the armor when it comes to gospel? Is it not relatable to some point? And now Kanye West is making it relatable now?
I don't really feel that way, because like I love gospel music. You feel me? And anybody who listens to my album, I have songs on there that can be categorized as gospel records. Like I got a song Revelation on there that is actually dedicated to my grandfather. That can be a gospel. My song Circles with Adonis Progress, that stuff can be played on gospel radio. That's how diverse it is. But like for real, as far as relatability, it just with me, it's just like music in general. It's what grabs you. You know what I mean? It's all in what message gets you at the time, what's soothing to your ear at the time. It's all in what is conducive to your state of mind at the time. Because there's times I turn on the radio and a gospel song come on, and it's just what I needed for that moment. You know what I mean? It's all in music. But as far as that situation goes, I personally I'll say this. You cannot dictate to a person what they create. You know, you cannot shoot somebody down if and I'm not saying this is you, Rock, not at all, but I'm talking about the ones who are getting rubbed the wrong way. If something is pulling that person to spread a message in his art such as that, and it gets categorized as gospel and so on and so forth, like I said, my whole point is, what's really the problem? If anything, you should be bigging him up because he can reach a different generation or a different audience, spreading this message to them. You know, accolades and all that aside, you know, if it's the message that we're worried about in this genre, he's succeeding. He's getting the message out there to millions and millions of people who already follows it.
I must say this. I have to compare this to a story of mine. Okay. And yeah, I'm being narcissistic.
Hey, hold on.
But I wanted to make a porn. Okay. And just because I might make a porn in a different way, I might do doggy style upside downwards. Doesn't mean going that
straight to hell for this, Joe.
What you mean, bro? Like, it's comparison, bro. Like, there are porn purists out here, bro. People like to see people fuck on a regular, normal basis, right? So you want to hear people talk shit and everything. I might want to do it upside downwards. Am I wrong for changing the content? Like, I'm upside downwards, nuts hanging in my face. Nuts hanging in my face.
So look, we're not going to answer that question. Our guest just stepped back in, and I think
to be continued.
No, I think this kind of goes into, you know.
How about that? Let's do it.
The fantasy. So, Miss Blue Phoenix, first and foremost, before we introduce our guest, we was on man time for a second, so we're gonna let the ladies introduce themselves. Ladies.
Yes. We have in our waiting room.
Wait. I said introduce yourself, woman.
I did introduce myself.
Did you? Oh yeah, she did. She didn't know what to say after me.
It's Star that didn't get a chance.
Oh yeah,
Star.
Hey people, this is just Star. A little under the weather, but I am here. I love my fam bam, and I love all our listeners. So I am here. Hey Sonia. Hey Zena. Sheesh, we got a lot of listeners, y'all. Hey to all of y'all. I love y'all, and I'm ready to roll with the fam. Mwah.
Let's get it. Okay, Miss
Thank you for the kisses, boo.
That was a hard one. You almost put my eye out with that one.
That shit was wet. That's COVID kisses right there. You gotta dry that shit out.
That was a grandma. That you almost put my eye out.
Yeah, that was too wet of a kiss. You gotta dry that shit out, love.
Right there. That was love. That was love.
That was wiping snot out your mouth with a kiss right there.
Yeah, come here.
Y'all are so crazy. Y'all killing me.
I swear I was just about to say they crazy. Anyway, our guest that is coming in is Sheewana Kerns. She is the owner / CEO of Fantasize Your Rooms LLC. She has catering company. She has adult entertainment entertainment, basically toys. And she also does a live every Friday in Production Fridays with Fantasize Your Room on Facebook. So let us welcome Miss Sheewana Kerns.
Hi.
Hello,
dude.
How are you?
Check out the silhouette lighting.
I'm well. Thank you guys for having me. I truly appreciate it. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you for being here.
Indeed. So
did you hear how deep he tried to make his voice just now? Look, you already turning him out already. We ain't even gotten to the content yet.
No.
You real sexy for you, baby.
No, this is different. No, this it's working when I get into my. No, I'm gonna get into my quiet storm back. This is the original quiet storm.
Oh Lord.
Nigga lips didn't even move. How are you?
He's fine.
I don't look like that, motherfucker. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Okay, let be quiet. Ms. Kerns, can you give us a little bit of insight as to exactly what you do before I allow them to jump on you?
So good. Yes, as she said, I am Sheewana Kerns, and I am the CEO of Fantasize Your Room LLC, as well as Fantasize Your Events and Catering, and COO of Invisa Shield. So I am extremely busy. Um, the concept is to help adults bring their inner fantasies to life. So many people, they have fantasies. They come out, but they're not controlled. You think they're controlled, but a lot of the times they're not. So for all those who have suppressed fantasies for multiple reasons, whether it's mental abuse, sexual abuse, just neglect all around the board, there are so many avenues to why people don't get the opportunity to express their fantasies as well as it being with the right person at the right time. So on top of that, which the adult novelty part come in at the end. Most people have, websites, Amazon. There are so many places that you can buy toys. People have them. They have companies and businesses that have, thousands of them. I don't choose to host that many. I believe that if you select the right novelty and use it the right way, that you can achieve your goal. Not just that, there are people who are interested in adult novelties and sometimes get thrown in the middle, which makes them retreat from the idea of it, or it can be religious beliefs, and so many other avenues that kind of keep us from being able to express them fully. So we also do consulting to help people kind of find out what their comfort level is, and if they want to try things, we help them introduce them to their partner. So once we get all of those things all up in the pot and we stir it all up, then the fantasize your room part comes in, because once you pick your package, which I have 12 of my own, I will then go to the location and bring that fantasy to life with the items that you have chosen. And when you come, you can then enjoy yourself. And if you have any questions about anything, you can consult prior to. Now, we also specialize in bondage, which is the opposite. It's actually freedom. And most people don't know that. And they can't even fathom the idea of how can bondage be freedom. But when it comes to sex, of course it is. Being able to trust the person that you with and put you in a most vulnerable position that you've never been in, that you've protected yourself from, that's something that bondage helped release you from, which then connects you deeper with your partner. Now, if you're not in a relationship and you're single for whatever reason, we then help you do self management, because the body continues to operate without your permission always. It operates when you're sleeping, when you're awake, it doesn't matter. So we teach you how to take care of the body. So when you do decide that you want to be with someone, that the body responds to your partner in the right manner. Because sometimes we prematurely jump into things. And if we're not satisfied, we want to blame the other person for not getting us to the point of ecstasy. And it's really not their fault. The body just has forgotten what to do. It's a muscle, it must be trained. So you must take care of your body, understand your body. And all of these things, as parents, which most of us are, you can kind of share with your kids how to take care of yourself, because there are times that we are not, always with someone. So it's important, and it kind of keeps you in control. So it's a fun little job, and the catering too, but it's just so many things. So that's just a little bit.
Now I've sat up here and shut the fuck up for the whole time. All the men have been astonished, like at everything that you said, even the women. Nobody has interrupted you or said anything. Now listen, I'm trying to make a dick mold. So with novelty toys, do you guys do that? I want to make a
No,
mold of my dick.
no,
I want
we
to share it with
don't.
the
There are
world. I
so many
can't spread the
places.
love, but I want to spread my love.
No, we don't. There are so many places that do, but we strictly just help you kind of get to that place that most of us want to be in life, which is ultimately grow with someone. So, in order to do that, you must connect. So, I mean, I'm all about fun and doing things spontaneously, but this is kind of a fun but serious manner because at the end of the day, sharing yourself and being that vulnerable is very important.
Before we go any further, I would like to ask, what is that you're sipping on over
Why are you whispering, cuz? Why are you whispering, bruh? I know she's
He's so
sultry. I know you
he's,
feel
there?
it.
That
I
ain't
know
he's
none of
you
your
so
business.
feeling
fresh.
That's
it,
none of
man.
your.
Like,
That's none of your.
He is
That's none
so
of your business,
fresh.
AI. That's none of
He
your
is
business,
so
GMO.
fresh.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. All right, back to you, ma'am. What is it that you? What's in your glass, and do you have any more of it?
It's just cranberry juice.
Ah, you're gonna need a little more than that for this.
so you were talking about
It's all good.
I got to get into it. So now
Right.
it's time to get into it. So we got to talk about religious beliefs, right? So
Okay.
when you say things like that, we're really talking about baby boomers. So I'm pretty sure that a majority of people that still have, God honest religious beliefs are probably 50 and 60 and over. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
weird is it? Okay, all right. So that was a good guesstimate.
Yeah.
When it comes to them, how do you secure them and how do you disarm them in a situation like that when they're trying to learn finally to be free?
All
That
right.
is a
I
good
So
feel like she
question.
was waiting on this one.
because all avenues of it is it's to me it's fun because at the end of the day you're helping people and ultimately your goal is when you wake up outside of your family and whoever you serve you want to be able to help people and kind of give back to people and give them some fulfillment. People are so broken in different areas of their lives, so to be able to give back and maybe fill in some gaps is just a ridiculous rewarding feeling. So it's something that my heart is over here just beating even extra fast, just trying to describe it. Because when you talk about religion, I have dealt with people from different religious backgrounds, and it all boils down to one thing: it's just facts. And guess what? I don't even have a bunch of them, but the ones that I'm getting ready to give you, that's what they are. And it fits everyone. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're seeking after, it's supposed to be direct, straight to the point, and it's supposed to be able to feed everyone. So it's all good. Okay. Um, we're created, our bodies, we figure it out along the way once we're born to have sex. It's not something it's not something that somebody put a microchip in your head and say at this age you're gonna do this. That's not how it works. So you're born, right? And your body ultimately go through all the life changes. Okay, let's get fast forward. And you start feeling different things, you start craving different things. That's for everybody. It doesn't exclude anyone. Okay, just like it doesn't exclude anyone from having the freedom to go to school for free and then having to pay. Listen, if you get in it, it doesn't exclude anyone. Okay, so because it doesn't exclude anyone, there you go. Okay, now you want to have it. Now you're going to do it. Everybody's going to do it. Listen, you're created, regardless of who you serve. Your body is orchestrated to do it, not just for humans, but for animals as well. It's a reproduction. The body yearns for it. So obviously you're going to feed into it because you need it. That goes for everybody. It's not
How many
what you do at a certain point, it's who you do it with. So being religious and having your different beliefs about how you share yourself with your partner, who else you finna share it with? And if you're not giving your partner the proper opportunity to be 100% authentic about who they are, then you're cutting your partner short of a life as well. How fair is that? When you say you love someone, wouldn't you want them to be able to express themselves to you and say, I want you to take this banana and stick it inside me, right? Take it out and put it in my mouth without you judging me? You're not supposed to do that. So that goes for everyone if you're having sex, which we all are.
So let me ask you this: with the baby boomers that you have been dealing with, before everybody else talks, I'm sorry, y'all. I have a critical question. How many times have you had to show where the right hole is?
Me personally to my clients,
How many times have you had to show the man where the right hole is. How many
Not that
accidents have you
often.
seen happen? And you know
Not
what I'm
that
saying?
often, but I do make sure that people understand that there are multiple holes and they all serve different purposes and they have a lot of sensation that most people don't tap into because of ego. Male or
That's
female.
amazing. I digress, y'all. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing, cause she ain't get it. I'm trying to figure out how many times you had to show an old man.
Look, he's
I've been
asking,
putting in the
have
wrong
you
hole
ever
the whole
had to
time.
correct
I'm
somebody?
sorry.
Have you ever had to
Put in the
correct
wrong
somebody who
hole,
stuck it
baby.
in the belly button or
All
something?
right. Okay.
No wonder you ain't never had no baby. I've been putting in the butt all this year, all this lifetime.
I was in front of you this whole time, and that was your belly button. Shit.
I'll come close. Okay. I did a show, and the show was how many people? No, I'm sorry. It was a question about the hole. If people knew how to access it, because if you don't access the hole properly, right, it can cause some pain, which also can cause a small split in the area right between the vagina and the rectum if you don't know how to insert. So I was doing a giveaway about people who could tell me which way, which direction is the proper way to insert the penis without causing that type of friction or pain. Because most guys, they tend to kind of rub and feel around. They don't understand that because that's a very thin layer of skin, when you have a very erect penis, and it's poking up and it's pressing, it does give it a little split. It does agitate it, which causes it to be painful. We don't always say it's painful because we're feeling it because we know what's about to happen. But later on, we do. So I did it. And most people got it right. Some people did not. So I'll ask you guys, do you know the proper way to insert?
Wait till she asks for it. That's the only way I know. Like I've been shitted on. I'm sorry. I've been shitted on. So I'm sorry. I digress. I'm out of this conversation.
So in other words, he knows a thing or two about the wrong hole.
She asked me to do it, and I got shitted on. Bro, my bad.
Yeah, but you don't get shitted on from the vagina. You pissed the septic tank, bro.
She wanted me to put it in the septic tank, Holmes. Excuse me. My bad.
And the sewage overflowed.
I went a little ape shit. It was my first time like really having like the gully experience. Like, you really want this? Okay, we're gonna give it to you. Like, my bad. And so you over there sipping cranberry juice. I need you to explain to me why I got shat on. Okay, why did I get shat on if I did it when she wanted it? Like, there was no surprises. It was there.
And it happened. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shit happened.
It was fucked up. It was really bad.
All right. So everybody has a responsibility, right? If anal is something that you're interested in, you have a responsibility. I tell everybody, there's an order to everything. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It's like ABCs. Once you get the order, it's an order. Okay. There's an order to it. If you're into that, then you are supposed to make sure that you're not eating certain things the day before and shit. You're supposed to also go through that day knowing, what's up. You go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You use the restroom. You do what you're supposed to do, okay? Because that can definitely happen. All right. We don't need all that. So everybody has responsibility in a role when it comes to that, and that's hers to make sure that doesn't happen. That's
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I hate to say this. We came from a fucking cookout. We came from a cookout. It was a lot of barbecue in her system, y'all. I didn't know it was gonna come out like milk chocolate, but it was barbecue in her system, y'all.
In other words, the first rule you just stated, they broke off top.
Yeah.
Straight up. She shouldn't have ate that shit, Like, we were drinking and eating by the pool, you know what I'm saying, at my uncle's house, and yeah, it was terrible. It was bad. It was like she threw up out of her butt. I've never seen nothing like that a day in my life. 1,000.
All right, so I got a serious question for you because these guys are wild. Like, somebody has to bring this break back.
Oh yeah, right. How do you insert the penis properly? Because if I've been doing it wrong, I'm sorry ahead of time.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
That's what we were talking about. I had to circle back. Like, damn, how do we get on?
Y'all are so distracted. Just ridiculous.
He had to throw his question in there. That was personal.
All right, so
So explain
love
to the
doctor.
panel and the world how to insert the penis properly.
Yes, it is front to back. You must touch the lips and you must go back. That puts it in properly, front to back. So don't just start going trying to reach to the front. You take your time and you make sure that you're at the front and then you slide backwards.
So you got to moonwalk into it.
There you go.
You so make me want to like practice anal right
That's
now.
what we.
Like,
all right, so you
who
gotta
the women that like
hit
anal?
gotta hit the MJ on it, and then let me moonwalk into it. Oh, I'm in there now. I got you.
There you go.
So when do I hit the spin in the toe jump thing?
What the fuck?
All right. So I can't do the whole routine. All right, so just moonwalk.
All right, so quick question. When you're introducing toys into the bedroom, how do you get the men? Because I know most men are against it because of ego. How do you
Good
present
question.
that a man is comfortable in that situation?
Well, before I can even get into it, I have to gain a relationship with him. So a consultant, service is almost kind of like mandatory. If you choose not to, that's fine. But that's what it requires because it requires us to have a relationship. Because a man is not going to tell you anything. I don't care who you are. And the questions that we're trying to tackle, it requires me to kind of get into who he is. And he's not going to do that for anyone. So, one, you would need to consult. You would need to sit down. We have a series of questions that are tailored around just the emotional system. That kind of helps give you an idea so I don't have to tackle that because most men don't like to talk about emotions. So we go ahead and exclude that with the questions, right? That way we can jump right into what is, why they have their reasons why they don't, because they have their reasons why they don't. Once they give me their reasons why they don't, I then have to make sure that I keep their partner in mind, because when you are in a relationship, it's not just about you. So I'm not going to make it the forefront, but just keep that in mind because there is compromise coming. All right. But we want to figure out, what happened. So some people have some serious reasons why. And if they have, decent enough reasons, and mind you, I'm no psychologist, we're just talking. Okay. But if I can see that there are other issues that would kind of sway you from, then I will show you some things that would then interest her, because some people are more interested in pleasing their partner when they have been through things.
Okay.
So in doing so, it just keeps them on a small track of keeping their mind open. And that's the number one thing, is that you want to keep their mind open and let them know their feelings are,
Okay.
understood.
Now, speaking of open minds, do you recommend, from your standpoint, of adding a person or people into the bedroom? I know threesomes and orgies are like a popular fantasy. So, like, just from your standpoint, because I know people talk to you about this all the time, and of course, that could do a lot of damage to a relationship, a marriage, or whatever they have. So, what's the success ratio of them having it and everything is all good?
It all really depends on the people. Everybody is they come from a different walk of life, so it really depends on the person. I tend to stay away from introducing what I think is best, and just having a conversation that is something that we're all thinking about at the same time. Where if you are open, which I've spoke about this countless of times, that you should be careful about it because there's always a downside to it. If you are going to engage in something with your partner, then you need to make sure that you guys have a great communication system and a bond that's unbreakable. I don't encourage anything, but it's a part of life and it's a part of sex. Uh, I tend to keep religion completely out of it, but we do have conversations once again that we can all be thinking about the same thing at the same time if it's spoken correctly. So most people do self-evaluations. I've had people to come to me that want order. And like I explained earlier, there's an order to everything that we do, and it does not take a whole book to do it.
Okay, that was dope.
Quick, you
It
have any
seems
questions?
like
Oh, go ahead.
it seems like the ladies already know what the hell you're talking about. So we have to do this for all the men that are paying attention right now. We got to be real about
Yes.
this because a majority of your clients are definitely going to be men who are very curious, who are insecure about certain things and
Yeah.
how to approach a woman emotionally and physically. You know what I mean? How do you um, tell a woman that you crave a certain type of sex, or you know what I mean, or bondage, BDSM, things like that. You know what I mean? How do you comfort a man or a couple into them or him being more open and honest about his desires, his wants? Because you know what I'm saying? I think that we are the toughest cookies that you can deal with because like Rock said, we do have an ego. We do have an ego.
Yes.
We feel like that we are the end all be all, but we know that there's
Hmm.
more complex things that goes on within women. But how do you comfort a man into approaching his significant other into doing something that he may crave? Period.
But first of all, it's very important to find out who's the lead when it comes to fantasies, because someone is more dominant, but even if they are, they may not be vocal, but they are. There's signals to everything, so you have to pay attention to signals and signs and conversations. Most people have conversations and they say them in a joking manner, which is why we love comedy, but all at the same time, there's truth behind the joke.
Mhm.
Sometimes we hear those things and we answer them irresponsibly. And what happens is there's a barrier there. So the things that I'm talking about can be corrected, but it takes you to identify that there's a correction that's needed. Um, Being honest with yourself and your background, because we've done different shows about men who's been molested and who's have been molested by women, and men
Mhm.
emotionally abused by their parents, or just neglected, the only child, who you would
Mhm.
be surprised how the only child would have so many issues regardless of the background. So making sure that we kind of tap into some things about him, and that's where the consultant comes in. That when it comes to him introducing things, if we figure out that some men don't want to even picture their partner with another person, or a woman or a man, regardless, they don't want to see them with anyone. So you have to get a jump on things, right? Because it's not just about you, it's also about your partner. So when you figure out exactly what it is that you want or you desire, right? If you have a good communication with your partner, you should be able to introduce that and they handle it properly without saying something irresponsibly. Because what happens is it kind of pushes back, whether it's in a joking manner or not, and it suppresses the fantasy and that person from even mentioning it another 2-3 years to that person, because of how that person made them feel. So it's very important that if you have a good communication with your partner, that when you do say things, even if it's in a joking manner, that you know when to pull out and address it at that moment and still keep the moment without losing it. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we speak and whatever y'all doing could be a great evening, and that one thing could just ruin it. So you want
Right.
to make sure that when you do address it, that you're not messing up the moment as well. And that's how you'll be able to talk to your partner and kind of tell them things. Hey babe, this is what I like. Really, you really want to do that? Yeah, I thought about it. What you think about it? I mean, if you want to do it, I mean, I never thought about it, but I guess, and that's how you do it. So it's very important to make sure that women understand that men are victims as well. They were children. They played. They failed. They scraped their knees. They've been cut. They went to school. They went through everything that we went through. They are people, and if you treat him like a person, he will open up and he will talk to you. But if you don't, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, but you have to leave the barrier open for him to communicate with you.
Now, your line of work is very intriguing to me because like I'm a very psychologically driven person. So my question is, because granted a lot of these things are, you draw to a mainly a conclusion on each couple through conversation, but my question is, being that it's kind of hard to on average to kind of crack through that exterior of a man more per se, how long on average does it take for you to kind of break the ice or to get someone to just open up so you can work your magic per se?
Once again, I honestly have to just say it depends on the person. Some people come up with some barriers up that are just ridiculous to get. I'm talking about just I don't even know why I'm here type of stuff. I'm just doing this for, like I'm good, coming in ego. I mean, just giving up all types of body language like, hey, like I'm good, so and some people come in really wanting to make sure that they're the companion for their partner that they said that they would be. So, I mean, it's just so many different, variations of people, and you just have to handle them accordingly. Some people need more time. Some people need to be able to see more because we do everything with our eyes first. So people need examples. They need to see something first. That's why if you inbox a question and we choose it as a topic, I give you a 15-minute free consultation. In 15 minutes, I can find out a lot. So I kind of try to leave room, small little gaps for people to be able to take their first step without feeling like they're being overwhelmed or that somebody gonna find out or this is kind of silly or just being rude because I run into rude people too.
Now
So
we are beating the
Um,
hell out of this horse.
I had one more question
Mhm.
uh,
because we doing this for the fellas. We want to drop some jewels. What are the top three things that men are doing wrong in the bedroom?
Interesting.
Right now, the number one thing is fitness. The one number one thing is fitness. Fitness. We tend to forget that, when they say the way that I found you is the way that you stay. Listen, you have a responsibility to your relationship, male or female. So fitness is very important because depending on the size of your penis, right? And we had a show regarding this as well. You can go back and check it out. Um, from skinny, to short to large. Um, you may not know what to do with any of it. And some people become seriously secure behind it. But if you know how to handle the body, if you know how to lift and hold a position, you can maneuver the body that you're able to hit the G spot regardless of the size of your penis. What happens is you don't have the endurance to last long enough for it to take full effect. So the number one thing, and I mean females too. If I talk about the fellas, I'm gonna talk about my ladies. I said that one of the greatest positions that men love is I call it the froggy position. You can call it whatever you want. Riding, you on top, you hopping. That position itself. Um, your legs get tired. You tend to not bounce for a long time. You can't even get the full fulfillment of a position because you're tired. It hurts, and then you stop and you drop off early, which is that it means that you're not doing your part. So physical fitness is my number one. The second is communication. Big on communication. Um, you can touch the body without talking, but it's okay to communicate with your partner about what you want and what you want to do. um, Communication is huge. And three would be most men don't pay attention to the fact that if you're in a relationship, everything is 50-50. We tend to, when I say 50-50, I'm explaining. Everybody works. If you don't work, we can do this variable all day. What I'm saying is that there are pros and cons to both people, right? They're equal because everybody's exhausted. We're tired, you know? But when we get home, if you're honest with yourself, somebody is doing just a little bit more than the other person. And then the person that's a little teeny bit more lax have a time to get a little teeny bit more, hornier, excited, and then want to make advances. No. If it's something that you know that you want, or you're not even sure if it's going to happen, meet your partner halfway. Your partner will always see you desirable if you make sure that when you come home in the evening that you guys are tackling whatever it is together. And then you can have the best sex all the time. You can do whatever pretty much it is that you want because each one of them will have a great sense of appreciation and understanding that words can't describe. So being there for your partner once your day has ended, being physically fit, all of these things are very important. So
Now
Um,
we gotta be trill about this. That you actually go into the households and bring in the fantasy to them, right? Correct. So you acknowledge what they may want, things like that. You dress the room up. You make it their place of pleasure.
for right now, the way that it is, most people tend to use, you know, hotels, different establishments. They don't always use their home. I encourage people to not use their home because your home is so personal. If you don't have a room that you can dedicate to that, then I wouldn't suggest it necessarily. I mean, everybody can do what they want. It's not what I would suggest because there's so many emotional things that happen in the house. That's why when people move or they leave relationships, they kind of get rid of things that kind of remind them of things. So it kind of really doesn't matter. Can you have great sex, spontaneous sex at home? Yeah. But when it comes to fantasizing, you want to kind of change the scenery. The scenery kind of releases the mind of all the things that it does every day without saying a word. So you would then pick a location. We would go to the location after you selected the items, go to the location and set them up for you. And when you come in, they're there. So we have so many things. I have a couple of things to show and tell. Yay. You want to see?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Huh?
Yes, we want to see them, he said.
Yes. So we have beginner packages, intermediate packages, and experts. The way that the packages are tailored, um, it kind of eases you into things. So it's small transitions. Most of the things in the beginner packages are finger vibrators. Most people have never experienced vibrations at all. So we have small things in there that's not overwhelming that each partner could use, just so teeny that nobody's intimidated by it, right? You can almost like ball it up in your hand and crush it if you wanted to, right? So something that's very small that's not, but it can do a lot, right? So the packages is tailored to that. All of the bondage items in there are pretty much made of Velcro. So those who are not really, and this is for my guys especially, because everything that's in bondage is not for women, but most men don't want to feel that they don't have control of the situation in case of an emergency. So with the Velcro, you're able to kind of snatch and release yourself if need be, but at the same time, learning how to trust your partner without saying, don't do XYZ, right? So this is something that's in one of our expert packages. It's a mouth gag and a lot of
two,
other stuff.
please.
Oh,
So it
that
kind
look
of
like
goes
the joint you put on horses, yo.
it is not. So it kind of goes over your head, kind of have your mouth gag, kind of goes over It ties in the back. It's really, really cute. It's in the expert package, but it's fun because it gives you a sense of creativity, which we talk about a lot. Being creative, like everybody was a child at one point. Like it used to be, your imagination was just crazy, right? We were fantasize about stuff as teens and preteens. It's just about having fun. So go back to having fun and doing stuff that's just like fun and just having a lot of fun doing it.
I
Like
have a
Sam,
question about the gag, sis. So,
yeah,
what size do you think AI and Quick would need in that gag?
the mouth gag that I just had.
Yes. Yes. What size do you think I would
You
need to
up. I'm gonna
purchase?
fuck you
Bruh,
up.
like we go
I'm
with
gonna fuck you up
AI,
because
we
I
gonna
got.
jump her.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen. If you only knew about me, you know I shut the fuck up in the bedroom. I have nothing but questions in the bedroom. I swear to God.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just.
no,
I'm
no.
like
No,
President
no,
Trump.
no. She
How do
said
you
bring
want
the
it?
fun back.
How do you want it?
Fellas, I want you to understand. No,
Ash.
we're not talking about bedrooms. She said bring the fun back. So I will specifically be using those for y'all during the show. So
Nah, you
that's
You
sound
what's
got
like the type
fun
that
me
want to
for
double
fucked up
dutch
me.
right before
tonight.
you have sex. You so hood, you want to double dutch right before you have sex. I swear to God, you do.
Well, you know what? Then
You
that means I would be
Y'all
it
so
be
dang go
look,
crazy.
then that means I will not be breaking one of her rules. If I jump double dutch before sex, I will be fit and ready to bounce. Boom. Yeah.
She ready. She ready.
No, she'll
Yes,
jump
I have
double
been
dutch and tie the dude up with the same damn rope he was just
absolutely.
jumping
Uh-huh.
with.
Absolutely.
So he'll be ready too then.
Absolutely. I have been listening to you. I have been soaking it up. I
She
think
been
you're
taking notes and
amazing.
shit.
It's tons of
Oh,
black girl magic.
amen.
Everybody
Amen.
else on the show knows. Yes, you're super dope. I have been on the consultant side of what you do. I've been a paid consultant to come in, people's houses and relationships and basically what you've been doing it, but you're doing it on a big level. So I think it's beautiful to see, which is why I haven't asked you any questions. Like I said, I'm watching, enjoying. Your energy is very Iyanla. I'm just loving everything about it. So that's why I was quiet.
Thank
I love it. But I had to throw a
thank
joke or
you.
two
Thank
in
you.
there because the men was just all over you for a minute. So I had to come back for you. I got your back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Hey.
Don't worry, she got hers coming later.
And it's crazy. Listen, let me tell you, most people would not even imagine that I have 5 children, right? I have one coming out of Bowie, one in Montgomery, his first year. He here, he home though. And one get ready to come out of high school. Like I
See,
got
black
big.
girl magic. You don't look like you have college age students, but you're a part of the club. I have five. Wheezy has five. I have teenagers on their way into college. So we right there with you, sis.
Hey, all right, there we go.
So, dare I even ask what other stuff you have for show and tell today?
Today, oh my gosh, so many things, but I did pull
This
out.
boy is still in his 20s. Can I say? Can I give you a disclaimer before you show these things?
Okay.
He's still in his 20s. He has no
Oh,
clue what the fuck is going on.
I
Okay.
did.
Okay. Okay. Give her an idea of who you are, bro. What are you like? Give her an age and all this stuff. So
I'm
it
28.
can be good. 20 fucking 8. Yeah.
What you got to say it like that for, bruh?
Sarisa, why you wore out, Sarisa? Why you wore out,
Listening to our
Sarisa?
asses, that's why.
She know we ain't got good sense. She was prepared.
She been on the show. She should know this already.
All right, so we're gonna talk about butt plugs, right?
Oh man.
So
I'm listen. He gonna leave, but for me,
He's
I'm an
just gonna
anal
go.
virgin.
He's gonna do it.
So I'm
Speak out, bitch. You
always
wasn't even trying.
I'm
I was just
always
joking.
amazed at,
all
those
right.
types of things. Even at my age, I'm an anal virgin. I've never done it. So I'm always shocked and amazed when everybody starts talking about anything anal. So go ahead, I'm listening. Full attention over
Okay.
here.
All right. So most people have never tried anal sex. I mean, you'd be surprised. People will. I'm going to my grave, right? But you have no idea. You have no idea how many sensations are surrounding your rectum. Okay, so most people, if you're having sex and you're having sex in the doggy position, which we all know very well, right? Most women will allow a guy to take his finger and just push on the anal without penetration. Just gently just push. That gives you a very, very strong sensation. If you ever experienced it, some people will just take their thumb and just press down and rub around it. And you climax faster. You know, it's tied to, you know, how you climax, believe it or not. Um, so I tell people that I wouldn't introduce butt beads to anyone who's never experienced anal sex before, but wouldn't mind trying it. If you and your partner have talked about it and you're saying, you know, I've never tried it before, but it's something that, you know, I mean, if done properly, which is order, there's order to everything. You have to mentally make sure that that person trusts you, and you wouldn't use anything that's intimidating like this, not even anything that's this large or smaller that's smoother. You want to kind of use, which I have at, it's so, I'm not going to get up, but I didn't grab everything, but it kind of goes on your finger. It's on my page. You can find it. It's a finger plug. It goes on your finger. It's about yay wide from your finger. And as you're having sex, you're able to kind of use that. Most women would allow that because it has a stoppage. It won't allow you to go but so far. Now, once you realize how the anal work and you see the sensation that you get from there, outside of this one, there's a smaller one. And what happens is you would just gently insert it. There are different levels, but a smaller one, you would gently insert it, you know, in, and you'll be able to have sex without it being discomforting. And right before you climax, he would gently just remove this. You would get a better idea of how your anal works. It's kind of how the person is handling you, because most guys just kind of tend to say, kind of sit still, don't move, let me kind of just hold on and kind of like ease it in. Even they don't even know how tense, you know, most people still are. Even if you're trying to coach someone into it, that's why some people, they'll pull away, you know, or, you know, you try to lay down, or just so many different ways, because most people don't know the proper order to it. There's an order to it that you can introduce that to your partner if they are willing. It's the right item that you want to use. If not, just start with your finger. Once you start with your finger, you will just slowly progress to a finger plug, and then slowly to things and objects, because every time that you pull this out, you climax even bigger. So you definitely want to keep this in mind as you elevate.
Now I
Well,
want to
while
say
we're on
straight
the
up,
subject of this,
we gotta wait. I'm trying to look out for you, homie. We got a special order a certain plug for Star, because if you seen the dump truck that she got sitting on the back of her, Lord
you know what? You make
freaking
me sick.
gosh. I
First
swear,
of
Yep.
if you
all,
seen the dump truck, like bruh, fuck a cork. You need to put the whole bottle in that motherfucker. Like straight up.
you know what?
Yep.
Bro.
Shut up.
You got
First and
listen,
foremost,
listen.
buttholes
You don't
don't
know
grow
it.
with the
Thank
butt
you.
cheeks. Okay,
Thank
I
you.
let's
don't
stop
know, but
this.
like,
You
look,
don't
Let's
know
get
we
rid of
don't
that
know what a
idea.
butthole look like. It could be a Grand Canyon back there.
What
Listen,
we not gonna do?
She could have
don't
a penny size or a dime size
Right.
butthole, bro. You cannot talk
What
about
what we're
dump
not
truck
gonna do?
butt cheeks.
Look, so since this is
Jesus
obviously a
Christ.
show talking about
28.
men's
Remember everybody,
fantasies and
28.
fetishes, he's just now basically let you know how obsessed with my behind, my natural pretty black. I grew this and didn't buy this
Woo!
behind.
You
Right.
can't
Yes.
miss the damn
We're
Are
thing.
you
not
Look,
gonna
ever
hey
but we're
seen
not
bro,
it?
gonna go
you
there.
won't learn you too young to like learn how to be quiet sometimes, bro. Like,
And it's too
yeah.
No, I'm
experienced and
good.
too skilled for
No,
him
it's
anyway.
all good. I want to fuel her. Let her go. Let her
It's
go.
too experienced and too skilled for him anyway with his young
Get
ass.
the
Anyway,
okay.
I was
Ooh,
getting
shots
ready to
fired.
ask an important, serious question.
Whoa.
So this is what my question is to you. So I had a friend who
All
said her
right.
biggest issue with her boyfriend, this is a long-term relationship, more than 10 years. He gets excited when he gets back there. So since you're speaking on finger plugs and things of the like, I want you to explain to the men how important it is to cut their fingernails, because her issue is that he gets excited with just his fingers and he leaves cuts around her anal area because he does not clip his nails, and he will not. And she just lets him hurt her because he doesn't want to clip his nails.
Hold on, before she
Mm.
gets started, I gotta say this. Everybody out there, the cocaine nails are done. Okay, we are not having the long pinky fingers,
but that's
the
still a
pinky
problem.
fingernails,
Yo,
all
they
that
still got
Bama
them.
shit
They
that's going
still
on.
wearing them though.
I play the
Right, thank
guitar.
you.
My shit must be cut constantly. You understand me? Like I can't finger a guitar, so I'm
Yo,
not
he
gonna
will.
finger a vagina. You understand me? All right, I
You
digress.
talking
He will
about
wait.
just on? You talking about just on men or just in general?
No, men. Like what I was explaining. So one of my
Well,
friends,
they still
she's
out there.
in a long-term relationship with her boyfriend, but he likes his nails long and he gets excited when she lets him play with her anally while they're having sex. So he's essentially cutting up her her booty hole, and she's letting it go down because he keeps refusing to cut his nails. So I want her to explain, using finger plugs and things of the like, the importance of a man clipping those nails off.
Can I say something real quick? I'm
Well,
sorry. They've been Shawan. Hold on. He would have woke up with no goddamn fingernails. I
I
don't know
agree
where
with
she's
you,
not saying nothing. She
but
has
that
to
goes to
wipe.
what
She
right,
has to
but
use the bathroom and she's bleeding and shit because she's too scared to open her mouth. You've been together 10 years and you can't tell this person you're cutting my ass.
But
Does she
that's why I
like it?
wanted
Ridiculous.
Sheewana. But look,
What does she
that's why
like
I
it?
wanted Sheewana
Oh
to break
shit!
it down, because that goes back to, the communication that she was speaking of. Because here it is. This is your man. Y'all in a real relationship. You love him. He love you. But he can't stop cutting you because of what he want, the excitement he gets. So it ultimately seems like it's not about pleasuring her sexually. It's about his pleasure because he's ultimately hurting her. So I wanted her to break down the importance of that. Like,
Yeah, it's very important. And Star is Sheewana.
Well, I was trying to say it, but I was
It's
trying to get to the
okay.
point
It's
too.
all
I'm
right. I
sorry. I'm
most
sorry.
people get it that
Look,
way. It's
Queen.
fine.
I'm gonna call you Queen because I believe that.
All right. Okay. So two things I'm gonna touch on real quick. One, that is a different issue because I tell people there are some issues that need to be addressed before you can actually go on the journey that we take you on. This is not something for everyone. If you're not ready, then you shouldn't come this way, because coming this way, that means you're looking for something, even if it's self-management, just self-care, just doing right by somebody. So if that's not what you want to do, then don't. Communication is huge. I think that's somebody that sounds very selfish. It's very unfair. I'm sorry that she's going through something like that. She should be able to communicate with him, and he have a great deal of love for her that's undying enough to know that her feelings come before him. Meaning, you know exactly what I mean. So that being said, I think that he's a little selfish on that part. She should be able to communicate with him, and he should be able to honor that. On the flip side, we did, as I'm only repeating some of these shows because if anybody want to go back and check them out, you can. We did a show on fingernails and the importance men of using nails, and women biting, but men and their nails and how jagged, even when you're fingering, how you scrape against the tissue and you leave a track there that it burns and it hurts, and you don't know the friction that is caused. So if you like to finger, I told people, you keep your nails down to where you just need them, but the ones that you use for activity, they should be down the most. You should keep them down, because if you a spontaneous person, you like to have sex, you don't want to hurt your partner. Listen, being in a relationship is responsibility. You got to work out. You got to cut your damn nails. You got shit to do. Like, you have to do these things in order to keep that going. I mean, there are going to come times that you may fall a little short, but if you're practicing these behaviors, you'll always be on point. I'm very sorry to hear that. It's very disheartening. She should definitely keep him from back there. Listen, if you can't cut your nails, then listen, we can't. We're
I'm
not gonna do that.
I'm gonna have to do this for the fellas because you've been harping on us, and
Talk to her.
just star was
Talk
harping on
to
us
her.
too. Okay, as far as long fingernails, but we got to be honest because I
Talk.
know plenty and a plethora of women that are bisexual and or lesbian. They keep long, dumb ass vampire nails, stilettos, whatever the hell you want to call them, right? And they seem to have no problems fingering the hell out of a female. Is
Well, you
there
should think
something
about that.
different between our nails and a woman's long, crazy ass nails?
No, the only difference is you're a guy and she's a girl, which is the only difference that actually matters. Listen, if you were to masturbate, right? In your mind, the connection that you have, you know exactly how to stroke it. You know when to add the thumb. You know when to stop and rub across the head. You know when to come back down to the shaft. You know when to get the little fast joint, when to stop. Listen, you know you better than anybody else.
Pause. Pause.
Don't pause her. Go ahead.
It's a whole
That
woman
being
talking. Where's
said,
the pause?
that being said, listen, women know exactly how the vagina is formed. I'm not taking sides because if she doesn't know what she's doing, she can cause the same problem, which would cause the same conversation. But a woman knows how to touch herself, and it's the same thing because when you close your eyes, a penis is a penis, and a vagina is a vagina. If you know that goes around, makes you feel good, you know exactly how far not to go, or you can study the body that you would know if you went an inch too far to pull back, not to go back. Guess who's not going to go back? You. So no, you're not going to be able to identify the vagina and how far to go up where the walls are, how some uteruses are longer than others. Like it's some things that you're not going to know, but she would if she put her finger in herself or if she engages in anything else with another woman. It's just science. You don't know.
Thank you. So now I don't have to defend myself because you said literally what I was getting ready to say to him. I
If
felt
you don't
like that was
shut
a personal
your
attack.
ass up,
No, I felt like it was a
shut your
personal
ass
attack.
up.
And the
You get
difference
on my damn
between
nerves.
me touching a sexy woman and you touching her is that
You,
I want to pleasure her. And that's where
if
I
we
draw my pleasure
knew,
from. So my
excuse
nails are not
me,
going to hurt her.
Sheewana, if
I
we
know
knew
what
that
I'm
she was
doing.
this sexual fucking expert, we would have talked to her. God damn.
Right?
Yeah.
You know
If she's
what?
a whole
You ain't
expert
never talked
about
to
not
nobody
shanking
about
girls in the booty.
toenails and
He makes me
yeah,
sick.
long balls and all that shit. You ain't never
Well,
talked to us
that's
about
what
none of
y'all
this
get.
shit.
Y'all want to let the little one in the corner talk about my ass, and then you want to debate whether or not I'm an
I was
aboriginal
defending
black.
your
Wait a
Look,
minute,
asshole.
look,
wait a
what
Just a
is
minute,
couple
it?
wait
seconds.
a
I
minute.
defended your
So
asshole
you
just a
don't
couple
get
seconds
that
ago.
deep with me.
Wait a minute, wait a
I
minute.
defended her asshole against this dude
Whoa,
right here that's
hello,
trying to chime in right
hello,
now. I defended
hello,
your asshole. So,
But
hello,
then,
excuse me.
people,
Chill
please.
out. And
thank
don't bring
you.
me
We
into
have
y'all little
guests.
quarrel neither.
I care about her asshole, y'all. I really do. I
Obviously,
hope
you
it
do too
stays
much.
tiny. I hope it's never like done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
I
sorry, Sheewana.
severely hope that you're having fun with us because we don't have good sense. I just have to own it. I can't even
I'm
say
just
Div no
saying.
more. We don't have good sense. I hope you're enjoying
No,
us like we're
this is
enjoying
the
you.
killer. This is the killer. Is that it's been so deep that we've
Yes.
been actually paying attention. Like you have a Erica Badu like spirit. I got to be honest
Absolutely.
with you. Like I got to be true with you. Like it
Absolutely.
makes me want to learn how to re-jerk off again. Like I'm trying. I'm gonna learn myself again. Is there like?
Oh my God.
So he want to just start from scratch just from listening to you. Like
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
try another
rethink the whole
hand,
mission.
bro. I'm gonna try. I'm ambidextrous. I'm gonna try a whole nother hand, bro. Like that's how deep we. I want to use a certain type of like lotion and like maybe be with a different hand that night, bro. You know what I'm
Our
saying?
Dim the
I'm working
light,
on myself.
light
Yeah.
some candles and all
Yes.
that good
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Yes,
make
our
me feel
listeners
in
are
the
comfortable.
bubble
definitely
bath.
feeling you. They said they need some popcorn. The ladies are definitely loving it.
Oh
So
man.
we all are
People are
enjoying you tonight.
people are
Thank
definitely
you, sir.
chiming in, Jan. People are definitely chiming in, but you still have to make sure that you teach men how to properly like treat themselves. Is there something that you have to do for men to learn themselves? Because some of us are on the basic level. You know what I'm saying? Some of
So
us are
my
not
web
pleasers.
Okay, so my website, which will be available soon. I'm actually doing it myself, so it's cool. It's all good. But you can still go take a glimpse, and that's fantasizeyourroom.com. It's not open yet, but you can see some of the things that's there. Um, Yes, I plan to have a line on my site that would be tailored just for men. I separated the things for them from women because men tend to get intrigued when they see gadgets, so to speak, right? Their minds start going left as opposed to staying right. So give them their own space, which we call the Gentlemen's Club. And you will go into there and it would have things like manscaping. Listen, if you're not manscaping, it's a serious problem because what happens is, how can you expect somebody to have spontaneous oral sex with you and you're musty? Now, it's a difference between work musty and manscaping. Work musty, not manscaping. It's a difference, okay? Some shit is just tailored, okay? We could tolerate some stuff, some things we cannot. So grooming yourself is very important and making sure that you're staying desirable. That's one of the things that women, they tend to appreciate. Most men, they tend to kind of slack off on areas, not be as groomed and neat, but they like to see it though. It's vice versa. Those who know the importance of it, they do it. So for all those who don't, I'm encouraging you to try it, do it. If you're not good at it, let your partner try it. Give it a try. Manscaping, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're available, mentally, emotionally. You have to be there. There are so many things that men tend to focus on because they are looked at as the breadwinners. They're the strong ones. They're not supposed to cry. They're not supposed to indulge in certain things. If you have a problem, their job is just to fix it. Listen, they get tired too of being Mr. Fix It. They want to just say shit. You know what? Look, I don't know. You figure that shit out. So you got to make sure that you're being open and you have someone that's appreciating you. So it's just certain little variables that you want to make sure that you're in touch with, so that when you do engage with your partner, that you're ready. Like I say, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Always be ready. You never know. Fun to come find you.
I randomly manscape. So like the hardest part is the coin purse, right? You know what the coin purse is, right?
Oh my God.
In between the asshole and the balls. Like I be manscaping the shit out that joint just in case. Now this is crazy. I don't know why I do it, but it's an addiction. Can all the men on here say that they randomly shave their coin purses? You gotta shave your coin purse, bro. Like you can't shave your balls and then you got a mofro. Like you gotta clean everything, bro.
You gotta clean everything.
I clean everything.
You have to clean everything.
Yeah. Hey, quick. You looking a little appalled, bro. Like, can you chime in on this one? Because you looking a little, you got the raised eyebrow. Do you shave your coin purse, sir?
I'm not about to have this conversation with you, dog.
Bro, we brothers. I shave my manscape. This is a proud moment. This is a proud fucking moment. Do you manscape? Rock, do you manscape? Do you shave your coin purse?
So first and foremost, we're going to address this term coin purse. Men don't have coin purses, bro. We're not going to talk about this no more. Okay? Yes, man.
But have y'all shaved it? Have you ever tried to shave your coin purse in the mirror, bro? Like, have you gotten up on the sink with your leg up on the sink and shaved your shit, bro? Because I be in some weird positions, bro, trying to shave my shit, bro.
Your ass and your balls, right?
Yes, sir.
I thought that was called the taint.
Do you shave your gooch?
The gooch, the taint,
the cho,
but not a coin purse, dog.
No, bro. No, bro.
When that woman knocked the sonic rings out that motherfucker, you ain't gonna say nothing. You understand me?
I'm gonna tell you
look, we done took over, young.
I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't no tongue going past my balls. Bro. The gooch.
Facts, dog.
Wait, whoa.
I'm sorry.
How did we get here?
We love you. We love you so much. We really appreciate you, young. Hey, look, we keep cutting you off because this shit is so crazy because it's hard for men to open up and talk about things like that. I'm probably because I'm light skinned. I'm the lightest person as far as the men. You know what I'm saying? I'm the lightest person. So I actually manscape. I really fucking manscape. So I'm into that shit. Like I don't want no extra smells, no nothing. And
you know, dang well you spray Bed Bath & Beyond body spray on there.
Right.
These two jokers right here, they are so afraid. I think y'all afraid to look at your own buttholes, man.
Bruh.
Okay.
Why?
So you look all right, you know, I'm not even going no, I'm not doing that. No, hey, I'm not even gonna ask that question. No.
I'm the person.
Pause.
Hey, I go to the bathroom, bro. Just go. Just go.
Time the fuck out.
Yeah,
good job.
In time out.
Put them in time out.
You know what? Y'all just need to, you know what?
If you're afraid to look at your butthole, imagine what you're
all right, put him back, dog. He ain't learned yet. Put him back. Put him back. Put him the fuck back. Thank you.
Oh my God.
You know what? I think we need to let our guests Do you have any last words for us, Sheewana?
And make sure everyone knows where they can find you too, sis.
Yes, please.
Yes. So, one, you can definitely find me on Facebook, IG, Fantasize Your Room. You can also follow my catering page, which I tend to incorporate my private chefing with the Fantasize Your Room. So we'll bring adult novelties out. We'll come to the location, and you're able to touch and ask questions while we serve you food, which is awesome. So you definitely want to check out the catering page as well. Fantasize your event and catering. All right, so all the information is there. Listen, you guys, I know that what everything that we discussed today, some of these things sounded kind of taboo. Some things aren't really discussed, especially in, the Black community. Um, but it's something that we all do. And it doesn't mean that you know exactly what it is that you're doing, but I've always been taught that it never hurts to ask and inquire. Everybody is after the same purpose. You want to make sure that you're taken care of, that you're taking care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. All right, so fantasizing is a big part of that. It unlocks something that's in you that no one else can do. Your fantasies are just little versions of you that you just leave tucked away. Once you combine them all back into one person, that person becomes absolutely strong. You'll be surprised how much stronger you feel when you can control how you feel. Take care of yourself. I really appreciate you guys having me on, and I hope I'll be back.
Oh, you'll definitely be back.
Of
This
course
needs a
you'll
part
be
two.
back. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Listen,
We
we
appreciate you.
really appreciate. If you
Oh, don't
whisper
forget
one
tell
more
them about
time, nigga. If
tomorrow.
you whisper one
Ah,
more goddamn time.
Hold on, AI, hold on. Tell her about tomorrow. Tell her about tomorrow.
thank you so much. I appreciate you. So every Friday night, you can join the private group Seduction Fridays with Fantasize Your Room. We talk about everything. We're on from 9 to 9:30. There are a host of different things that you can see. Once you go up and down the thread, you'll see the love and the connection of the direction in which we're trying to go. And we're a unit. Like I tell people all the time, don't just join groups to say I'm a part of a group. Let the group benefit you. You want to spend time and chime into something instead of hitting this and hitting that and 2 minutes here and 1 minute there. You on, you off. Listen, be invested. You should be invested in how you spend your time. You should be invested in what you take in, what you put into yourself. What you're reading, what you're listening to. All of those things are very vital. Make sure that you're putting in something that it can benefit you now and later. So I hope that my group is something that does that for all of my friends and families that are there. And if you invite 5 people, I send you a personal fantasy package. So if you're single, you get a single package. And if you're in a couple relationship, I'll send you that as well. So there's different little benefits that you could benefit from, being a part of the group is something that happens frequently. And like I said, if you inbox any question, you get a free 15-minute consulting with me personally if that question is used for a topic. So people have their own versions of themselves. All you have to do is just send the question. Let's talk about it. Let's make it happen. And coming soon would be Unlocking Your Room, Unlocking Love Without Limits, which will be my podcast. So once it's up and popping, everybody follow it.
Ah, that's lit.
Ooh, I'm
That is
excited.
lit. Hey.
All of the
Yes, I
women. Hey,
know.
young, you know what? You are terrible. Hey, look, and I put t-shirt on our panties on underneath. Did you see like the promo that I did for you? You need to
Yeah,
go on
you
IG. T-shirt and panties on, young. This shit is seductive as fuck because the women are out here asking for the links and all that stuff, and they are loving you. And
That's lit.
honestly, I think that we as men really appreciate it way more than the women do. I think women
Nikki said thank
this
you for speaking the truth.
Oh,
I
amen.
think
You're
that women
welcome.
Oh, see.
actually y'all talk amongst each other a lot more than we do. You see how it was uncomfortable for me to talk about them shaving their tank. Like it's just it's you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
is that
It's just weird. It gets
Bruh, it's
weird
the
after a
way
while.
you
Like because bro, you the one Young.
It's the way you said it. The coin
because
purse
you are the
just
one
threw
that
us off.
leaves
The coin
pubic
purse.
hair on the fucking toilet bowl after.
Wait a minute. I didn't
wanna,
tell you
wanna,
anything I do about man state.
I know you do.
I didn't want to get into the
do.
conversation.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much, Sheewana. I really
thank you, Sheewana.
Love you. Thank you so
We
much.
love
I
you.
think
you so
we
much.
really do.
Yes, turn up.
Thank you for coming.
How the fuck your kisses sound good? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Everybody's turned on. We're tired of this shit.
She's an expert at blowing kisses. Ain't that some
Good
shit?
night, boo.
Good night.
See.
Uh-huh.
That's just cranberry. That's cider in there. Stop it. And yo, hold on. Before we do anything, for one, shouts out to the guests. Did I read that bottom headline right? Did Debo just pass away?
Yeah, we did read that. Wow.
Are you serious,
Tiny Lester
bro?
Jr.?
Yeah.
Tiny
He had
Lester
already
Jr.
passed on.
Wow.
Well, that had to be the day.
Yeah, it happened today.
Yeah, it's breaking news, but damn.
Man, R.I.P.
Man, since we getting it, since we already finding it, man, firstly, since it's breaking news, please, man, shouts out to rest in peace to Tiny Lester Jr. We know him as Debo. Hardcore wrestling fans know him as Zeus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, bro.
I think what's crazy about you bringing that up is I do remember him as Zeus, but I didn't remember that he was on wrestling. I can't believe I've been watching wrestling for so long. Like, know how you recognize a person and and then you see him in a movie and you don't correlate the two together, that it's the same person. So that's even more dope of,
yeah, homeboy actually
life he lived.
Yeah, he actually got to be in the ring with Randy Savage and Hogan in like the golden era of like the Hulkamania days.
I didn't remember that though.
Man, that was a big deal. What was the movie he was in with Roddy Piper, right?
No, it was Hulk Hogan.
No, it was No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred. That was Roddy.
No, that was Hogan. That was him and Hogan.
That was Hogan? Okay.
And that bled off into the feud they actually had in like actual wrestling.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, rest in peace. Damn, man.
What a crazy world, man. Hey, listen, man, 2020 is holding no balls, bro. Like they are young. 2020 is giving away all types of you get a prison. I mean, you get a prison, you get a fucking coffin, you get a prison, you get a coffin. It's like the Oprah Winfrey period, yeah. And we got to get into it because we do got to do a RIP for who?
It's for what's
Natalie
her? It's Natalie. I forgot her last name. I'm so sorry, but last name, ladies, tip of my tongue.
Hold on,
I'm so mad at myself.
Natalie DeSalle.
Yes, Miss Natalie DeSalle Reed, I think, because she's married.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Nancy Williams' mom too. I think Sharon Williams was her name. Sharon.
Rest in peace, man. And Natalie DeSalle, like I said, I'm a fan of the movie Babs How to Be a Player. You know, the Brandy and Whitney Houston remake of Cinderella. She was dope in that, man. Dang.
Yeah. And we do got to bring awareness. We do got to bring awareness because she was 53, very young for a woman.
Very young.
That's usually normal for a man to pass away at 53, but for a woman to pass away at 53 is crazy to me. Now, she passed away due to colon cancer. Now, if you go to TMZ and they, when you pop it up, you know what I'm saying? It has on the sidebar early signs of colon cancer. Now, everybody out there as Black people, okay? I understand we have a plethora of hues and colors of people that pay attention to our show, but this is specifically for Black males and Black females. Colon cancer is our number one damn near death. You dig what I'm saying? We have to be very careful and we have to monitor colon cancer. You have to get an examination. You know what I'm saying? Especially once you hit the 40s, you know what I'm saying, 38, you know what I'm saying, something along that line. You need to go and get examined constantly. I lost a cousin at 22. He was 22 years old because of colon cancer. So this is really real. And amongst Black males is really high amongst us. So you guys, you have to really be careful with that. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Damn the jokes. I talk a lot of shit, but this is very serious. And losing our sisters to this is a testament to a whole lot of stress, a whole lot of craziness that's been going on. So I love you, sisters. Shout outs to Wendy Williams' mom. You know, nobody can really stand Wendy Williams, but man, I'd be damned if I wish death on anybody. So I love you.
Straight up. And as far as Devo goes, Miss Tiny, I wouldn't be surprised now because granted, there's been so much talks about like another Friday being made. I wouldn't be surprised if they just put it to bed now. Now that they just lost John Witherspoon earlier this year. Now they lost Devo because they were talking about bringing everybody back, Smokey included. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just put it to bed at this point, you know. So and just let it be where it is, you know.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I know it does, but like still, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
So
I think 2020 was probably the year of clarity, you know, with all of this passing. You know, if it's not cancer, then it's COVID. And, you know, like Jeremiah, he just got out of the hospital. He was in ICU. And for a while there, they said that it was touch and go with him. So I think, you know, if you take anything away from 2020, I think you should, you know, take human interaction and family more seriously. Because especially with this COVID, you know, you're in the hospital, you don't know if if your next breath is your last, and you can't have family members around you. You know, some people are suffering permanent lung damage and, you know, going to have to be on respirators for the rest of their life. But just thankful that they even made it out of the hospital. You know, I just lost my dad November 1st. Thankfully, you know, the hospital he was in, I lost him to cancer, but they fought really, really hard, like literally split the hospital down the middle to attempt to make sure to not infect any patients or employees with COVID. Like if you go to the right, then you know everybody there has tested positive for COVID and possibly employees too. And they've dealt with the COVID patients. And then to the left was everybody who has tested negative and has not had to go to the COVID wing. And that's like, you know, in the New York area, that's how they split their hospitals up. It all really just boils down to loving yourself and others, caring, and, you know, taking time to go get checked regularly. You know, we are moving forward and not backwards. So the older you get, you need to see your doctors more often. So I think as a people, we should definitely have learned to take it more serious.
And just to piggyback off that, this year should teach people, or should actually have shown people what really matters, you know, as a whole. Because like, I'll speak from my perspective. Like Christmas is coming up, you feel me? And as far as my family in general, the last thing we care about, because granted, this is what Christmas is supposed to be about anyway, but the last thing we care about is a physical gift. With everything me and my family went through, the scares we had, the losses we take, the fact I can wake up and I can actually see my parents, I'm good. That's all I want. That's the best gift that I could ever want, I could ever get right now. You know, I'm blessed to still have them, my brothers, you know, Beyonce. You know, at the end of the day, 2020 showed us at the end of the day, nothing else matters but that. You know, nothing else matters.
Yes. And
That's
I wanted to
real
say, while you was talking, you know, Nikki, we praying for you. You know, we stay praying for you. Stay strong, continue to fight. We know that it's not easy. You know, we want you to know that you're constantly on our minds. You know, keep your head up,
Yep.
keep your faith. We got you.
And the bed's still here for you. Don't worry.
Hey, listen,
It
1,000.
ain't
That's
going
one
low.
thou wow. That's one thou wow, man. Like all of our fans, everybody that follows us, man, we all are fighting trials and tribulations, whether it be on the mental level, whether it be on the physical level. It's definitely a fight. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that, you know what I'm saying, all of us keep the strength up. Like it's easier said than done, of course, but we love you out there, man. Like Star, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you've been through, you know what I'm saying? All the losses that we've taken as a team, you know what I'm saying, as far as family, you know, grandmas, you know what I'm saying, big dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's never ending battle. So I really appreciate everybody that tunes in on on a weekly basis. And
Definitely.
man, we really appreciate y'all, man. And this is family, you know what I'm saying? So always
Yeah,
make sure that y'all tune in, man, and keep sending out prayers to each other and just keep loving each other. You know, if you can't tune in now, follow us on Facebook, IG, whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Through our trials and tribulations, through our positive moments, through our darkest moments. I love y'all as a family. I love everybody out there as a family. You know what I'm saying? My immediate family's on the screen with me. So, you know, it is what it is, y'all. Now, we gotta lighten the moment. You know what I'm saying? RIP.
Here comes the
We
fight.
we do we do have to no, not yet, not yet. We're not gonna go there just yet. But see, you just waiting for me. Right? But you are funny. But speaking of like, fantasizing and fetishes and things like that, little baby or little baby, you know what I'm saying, as we say around here, paid $6K for sex.
She was a porn star.
She was a porn star, right? She was a porn star, right? If you
Yes.
are gonna pay for, a draft pick, you're
Get a
gonna have to pay for the
professional.
best, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6K is what it was.
It was a professional. It was a professional transaction. I'm pretty sure
So-
paperwork was involved.
My question is that y'all said if you're gonna pay for sex, get a professional. What exactly is a porn star professional at?
They have a resume
Of doing what?
fucking
Everything you want them to do. just look them
everything.
up on
They have a list this long of experience documented.
Well,
Documented.
well, I mean, y'all know why I asked that question. You know what I mean? Because so a porn star is paid to give you a visual experience. That doesn't mean that they actually good at it or they know what they're doing, because the majority of the time they're faking it for the camera. They are paid actors and actresses. So again, I ask you, they're professionals at doing what? Making it look good or making it feel good?
Well, he wants to pay. He paid to find out. You can't knock him.
Right. He paid to find out.
That's gospel, bro.
That was a dope
That's
answer.
legendary what you just said, bro.
It's
facts, though. He paid to find out. Damn.
That was
now
dope.
he mad. He mad now though, because she told on him, yeah. She told on him. She told on him, man.
And produced receipts. She screenshotted their messages and posted them.
That's why.
Crazy.
So let me tell y'all what made her put him on blast. I forgot to tell y'all. So I'm assuming that it came up in a private conversation, and one of his baby's mothers got on Twitter and called her delusional. So that's what made her put him on blast. She didn't like what the baby mama had to say about her. So for the record, she threw him under the bus because the baby mama was driving it, I guess.
I got to renege on that. He paid $16K for some ass.
I thought it was 6. Was it 16 or 6?
Little baby paid her 16,000 to bust a hot one.
Yeah. Is this a known porn? Is this a known porn star? Is she like out there?
To me.
This has to be.
I mean, do y'all want me to pull the footage?
No, please don't, because we always get like shut down when you pull footage, bro.
Because I guarantee it ain't gonna be blurred like the other stuff.
No, we got to refine that footage, bro.
I'm gonna be
or at least put up a formal picture of her if you could. Matter of fact, you don't even got to do that. No faces need to be shown.
Hey, that has to be the best orgasm anybody could ever have in their life.
So wait. So all right, look. So he paid the 16 racks and now the girl has come out with the receipts,
basically, and nobody has spoke on the porn star's performance, but she made sure to tell everybody that he was great. So I don't know if this is exactly a loss. You got a porn star
No,
that
it's not.
to the world that sexually used the shit.
There is no.
If anything, she gonna be in the next video.
16,000.
I mean, I guess the mention and the fact that she said that he threw good D would be worth 16K. I guess.
If I'm throwing good D, I'm worth half off. Like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working halfway there. Like I'm getting you off too.
So you wanted half of a refund?
Fuck yeah. If I want to come only. You can't come for 16K. I don't want to hear you orgasm or nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. You are a fifi. You understand?
I agree. You know what? I agree. If you pay a porn star that much and she enjoys it and admits it publicly, you deserve some type of a rebate. Like, straight up.
Oh my God.
She doesn't even say that shit like in real life. Like she gets paid less than that just to fuck. Oh God, look at this motherfucker.
I hate you, AI. I just.
What is wrong with her mouth?
Hey, go do
her jaws. That might be a dude, man. That Atlanta shit be different down there.
Bruh.
It might be a man.
Oh my God.
I ain't fucking with you.
Nah, I don't know, bro. She got a face as big as mine, bro. I got a man face, bro. That's man face.
Look, at the end of the day, shout out to Lil Baby.
Botox in the jaws.
Firstly, shout out to Lil Baby, dope artist. But I would say I forgot which one of you I think it was you, Star. If she's admitting publicly, I don't see it as a loss neither. He might just take that on. He might just that could be part of the promotion for the next record or something.
Rock, pull that fucking picture back up. Pull that picture back up.
This is why I can't stand this dude.
Pull the fucking picture back up, Rock. Please.
Well, at least make it a picture where it's just her, because that one is not.
I want to see baby's face too, because I got some shit to say. I got some shit to say.
Oh man.
Come on.
What? Why does Lil Baby always look like he just got popped hot, like for STD or something? Yeah. Like, why does he always look like that ain't my dick, that ain't my baby, that ain't my child, that ain't my gun? Like he always look like it ain't mine. Like whatever it is, it ain't his.
He do look like he always just got caught in whatever situation. He always look like he just got busted for something. I can't even lie.
That's a meme right there.
It ain't my fault. It ain't this. It ain't that. Yeah,
it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Yeah, I was just erasing.
Like nigga, who? That's what he looked like. Like nigga, what? Like everything about his face says that. Yeah. And her face says.
Thank you, Rock. Her
name said she was outside.
No, I said thank you, Rock, because I kept forgetting her name. Her name is Miss London, and I don't know if she's.
I know who that is.
She's not familiar to me.
Well, no, I heard that. I haven't seen her, but like I heard of that name before, just in conversation.
Quick was like, "Oh, that's her."
No, I didn't, no, because I heard that name before. I think I seriously think I heard that. I seriously now, Grant. Looking at this picture, I have not seen her before, but I've heard the name Miss London before.
It sounds like you have one of her videos bookmarked in your phone, buddy.
He got caught jerking off to one of those.
Dog, I watched Cougars.
He got caught. He got caught jerking off.
I watched Cougars, though.
I'm not even gonna lie. After the show tonight, I'm gonna click the link because I want to see who she is. I had no idea who she. Like, look, no tea. I'm gonna click the link because I want to see.
But for real, I don't think this situation is that big of a deal. It's not. If anything, I don't think Lil Baby is gonna take any type of hit from this at all. Personally.
Well, I mean, look, it's a big deal if you're in a relationship and it's coming out that you spending that much money on some pussy.
Well, that's different. Is he in a relationship? Is not really.
Yeah, he got caught cheating,
well,
bro.
Then,
yeah.
Then maybe he. All right, then. Hey.
Look, Nikki says she going to go check too. I don't blame you. Everybody's going to check. Listen, I'm not familiar with her, so I want to know. You know, what did he get for 16K? I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna go look.
It must be some. It must be some fire because he has there's a whole catalog to choose from. You know,
he went and got clout. He went and got clout, y'all.
Phoenix is shaking her head at me like Star has just become one of the guys.
Yeah,
no, I wasn't.
So,
no, I wasn't shaking my head at you. I'm just shaking my head.
So you know what? For all the baby fathers out there and everybody that's around, all the males out there that can't understand why, I had to put in perspective just now while I was listening to all the riffraff. Okay, I have an 18-year-old daughter. I paid well over $16K for some ass. Okay, you understand?
Hey,
I paid for that shit down the line. Maybe he was paying for that pay. He was paying for that goddamn plan B. You understand me? For that bitch to work. You understand? Like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
Thank you, ladies. Zena said
Future out this joint. Future out this joint dropping babies off.
All right, so everybody got an assignment. So everybody got an assignment. By the next episode, come back and give us viewers and all. Give us your assessment on this London footage. I guess that you're trying to look up.
16K.
Y'all a little late. I've already reconned.
All right, see, he was watching while we was talking.
What did you see?
I just want y'all to see it for yourself. I mean, it's not worth 16K to me. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, we got our first opinion,
first assessment,
right?
I mean,
by the way, one second. How many more shows is left? All right, no. How many more shows is left before the first show of 2021? We got the New Year's Eve joint. Then what else? Is that it? That's it, isn't it?
I think it's 2 more shows.
Next week.
Yeah, we got the New Year's Eve show, and then how many more?
I mean, my bad. The Christmas Eve. I said New Year's Eve. My bad. Christmas.
Right now, as of right now, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 more shows before the end of the year.
All right, listen, y'all. Hey, viewers, keep engaging and jumping in because first show of 2021, one of y'all gonna be sitting up in here with us.
Yeah.
Who want the spot? Yeah. Who won it?
Look, I think I already know who's gonna get it, but I'm gonna keep my mouth.
But it's gonna be at random. It's at random. We gonna pick somebody who can come in.
No, I know
talk
it's random. I'm speaking on participation only. I think
of course.
I know who's gonna win. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we go off of participation too, folks. So yeah, keep engaging, commenting, and all that stuff. Now, speaking of this conversation here, this is a perfect segment. Oh, I need some theme music for this. I'm gonna make it. It's time for another edition of Quick's Corner. Bring it in.
Corner.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Quick's Corner. So, I know the last few segments of Quick's Corner have been on a serious note. And granted, that particular story I am still devoting a lot of attention to. And I will deliver all incoming and breaking information as it rolls in. But while that's still going on, because there hasn't been anything new on that particular subject, which is the Kawan Charles case, there's something else that I would like to ask to you all and to the crew. So yes or no question to the crew real quick. Do you guys know why cornflakes was invented? Yes or no?
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right.
Now you know you asked G.I. Mo, right?
Yes. All right. Around. You know, so you cancel you out. Rock, do you know? There's a reason. Rock.
No, sir.
Star.
I'm gonna sit in the corner with the dunce cap on because I was looking right at you and I didn't hear nothing.
Phoenix.
I do not know offhand. No, I don't.
Rock, do me a favor. Screen share Google and Google in why was cornflakes invented and read aloud what it says.
Oh my goodness.
Just read it.
Cornflakes were introduced in the late 19th century, and Kellogg's was marketing the breakfast food as a healthy, ready-to-eat, masturbatory morning meal.
I forgot about that.
So apparently, this nutritious dish that we were eating every morning for breakfast was supposed to prevent masturbation or the urge to do so.
And you know why?
First
You know
and
why?
foremost.
You know
First
why?
and
You
goddamn
know why?
foremost. First and
Because the
damn
person that
foremost.
created it with his brother said sugar. He was talking about sugar, which they had a good idea of sugar back then too. But still, he believed that you took everything away to make yourself holy again.
Like
I guess we
Quakers.
can we can
Like you
ride with
take
that.
all the
We can ride with
sugar,
that.
you take all no, but that was kind of like one of his theories in a way. I remember that.
We can ride with that.
Now,
theory,
did they now question? Did they succeed?
The point is that they did not. They did not succeed,
Not at
but they
all.
did succeed. Now, when I was in the military, there was a thing called saltpeter. They would put it
Yeah.
into the Gatorades and things that we had, liquids, in order to keep us. I went to all male boot camp in order for us to not be horny anymore. It's some truth to this shit. Now, grains, naturally, all grains from rice, fuck your ethnicity, fuck where you from, rice all the way on up to barley, all this shit is bad for you. Okay, and it does reduce your goddamn sexual.
Well,
fucking
hey, I have a
energy.
question for you.
What?
Based on what you said. You ain't got to answer me like that. You said that they put the saltpeter in your drinks and stuff in the
Yes.
military,
Yes.
right? So they do the same thing in the juice and stuff that they give to prisoners, but there's still tons of prison rapes. So how come it doesn't work there?
You gotta get a nut off, you know. Testosterone is one hell of a drug. Now, y'all can say estrogen is mean, but can you imagine your genitalia is a bullet and you gotta use it. Like every time it stares at you, you gotta do it. Like you gotta use it. You dig what I'm
Bang,
saying?
bang.
Like eventually you're gonna have to shoot that rocket. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna have to happen. You know what I'm saying? So like no matter what they did, we still were built up. But testosterone is a magnificent hormone. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter.
So is the myth of too much saltpeter causing sterilization true?
Well, we call it soy now. And soy is changing the dynamic of everything that's going on out here. If you are, they even have a saying called soy boy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the new wave of men being very feminine, not gay, but just feminine, soft, not really being alpha males, is coming from a lot of the soy that was in the milk and the products that we use. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to watch out for shit like that. But yeah, that shit is true. That shit is really true. And it may not affect you immediately, but we see down the line how this fucking degeneration is up. You know? It's a lot of shit going on with the soy shit. One thigh.
Teach me, damn it, because I don't know none of this stuff.
One stack, yeah, because it has phytoestrogens in it. So certain things, unless it's fermented, most of your your nuts, a lot of the seeds that we have phytoestrogens. Okay. They have to be fermented and turned over or pre-digested by microorganisms before we can actually digest it. This is the key to a lot of the things, but for some reason soy has become big on the market. It is fucking our world up, and that is pretty much what saltpeter, grains do. You know what I'm saying? It's raising the glycemic index, all of those. So you may not put a lot of sugar in things, but you're raising your diabetes. And of course, Black people have a high rate of diabetes fucking with cereal, period. Whether it be cornflakes, plain, put a banana in it, high glycemic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking you up. That's what it does. And yes, lack of production. Yep. Sorry, y'all. Not to be depressing, but yeah.
Nah, that's facts though.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that a lot of people are promoting. A lot of people or they're promoting soy products as like a healthy alternative to things when it's obviously not.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Hey, look,
soy milk, so on and so forth.
That's an amazing fact. Like, I'm glad that you even brought it up, bro. This is one hell of a K Quick's quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
yeah,
Quick's
like I
quarter, as
said.
I should say. That's dope that you even peeped that. That was a surprise to me.
Well,
fuck yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. Did cornflakes stop y'all from jerking off?
Fuck no.
I never really ate cereal like that, bro. Like, I'm one of those kids. Like, I'm not into
bananas
sweets.
all the time, and it sure didn't stop nothing over here.
You don't jerk off.
I do.
Ugh.
No, don't say psych. That's like, you know, you use them different settings in
Everybody,
the damn
her
shower.
dick is full of Kellogg's and milk.
She used that jet setting on the shower head. I already know.
I don't.
Yeah,
Women don't jerk off. You don't have that.
I don't use the shower.
But you know what?
I know I'm messing with y'all.
I know. Hey, look, my whole T, a lot of women are wondering why they're having a higher rate of fibroids and uterine cancer, things like that, is because of these products. Soy increases your estrogen. That's why they put women who have had hysterectomies on soy products in order for them to maintain hormones naturally instead of having the hormones injected into them. Men convert those into what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit gets trill. Wow. Women definitely have to watch that. That's why there's a higher rate of breast cancer. There's a higher rate of a whole lot of things that's going on with women because there are so many fucking phytoestrogens. Women have to be very careful and really thoughtful about the plants that they eat raw and the plants that they eat cooked. You have to be very careful.
So since we're on the topic of eating, right, in foods, hey, I have a question for you. What in the glizzy hunter is this?
I remember that.
Oh,
wild glizzies, he called them.
Those are called cattails, right?
Yeah. That's actual fucking form of grass, I think.
Glizzies. Yes. Look.
So that's what happens when you bust one open, pause.
I am so sick. I am so sick of us light-skinned people as the leader and the founder of the coalition of light-skinned men. Okay.
He called them wild glizzies.
That is some country bullshit. And he's definitely not from the area. He looks like a Neanderthal. He cannot. That's some Drake-like shit. You know, like if Drake was a person in the cornfield, that's him. Yeah. Jeffrey Brooks.
AI though. I don't know what's going on or whatever, but that seems to be like a new thing. That is literally like the 4th or 5th video of a person I saw biting into them damn things. I'm like, y'all not looking this stuff up before you do it to see that it's not. Listen, I don't know why people are even calling them hot dogs for real. I know what they look like on TV, but when you're standing there, it's furry as hell. I don't know. Listen, I'm just babbling on because I don't get it. I told you this is like the 4th or 5th video, but it seems to be a pattern now where people are going out, finding them and biting into them like they expect them to be real hot dogs. I don't get it.
Do you believe in miracles? I'm asking you a question, a serious question. Do you believe in miracles?
Yes, I do.
So do you believe in assholes?
Man,
because that's what they are. Yeah, like I don't even get like how in the hell this is a thing. Like I'm tired. Is it all light-skinned men? Because I want to make sure that we are well represented. You hear me?
No, the first 2 videos I saw was 2 different white girls. So I don't know. Yeah.
See, this is what happened when we get DMV lingo out on the internet and everybody takes it and runs the fuck away with it. Yeah. This is a actual DMV thing. You know what I'm saying? And it means many different meanings. If we get Jay the Fool on here, you know what I'm saying? He going to explain to you eloquently, like the glizzy means this, and this. You know what I'm saying? it doesn't mean eat dry stems of like overgrown grass. Like that's bullshit. Yeah. And this is so weird. This is so weird. I got a question because now it's time for Star to strike. You understand me? It's time for the shooting star to come down to earth. Yeah. Everybody has seen the viral video of Kevin Samuels, right? When he was dogging the young black female, well, the older black female. she was 38, correct? Everybody
Yeah.
Give
saw
or take,
that.
I think so.
She was
Yes.
35.
Right,
Yeah,
35.
35. She was 35, right? Everybody saw this. I mean, it's been going across the internet forever. I saw this years ago or months ago, whatever the fuck it was. I saw this months ago. I never really thought anything of it, is that, it was just her. But to everybody out there that's listening, he actually went in on a woman that could not understand why her value is not sought after. Okay. And she bragged about, she's from North Carolina. She bragged about making, 6 figures. Boom. Okay. But she thought that she deserved a 6-figure guy. Okay. I'm gonna let Star really go in right now. I'm gonna shut my mic down. Star, what did you feel about that?
Well, first of all, I felt like, why can't she feel like she deserves a 6-figure guy? I mean, like I said, okay, so there's two parts to my thinking on this. My first thought was simply that he was an arrogant asshole. I didn't like him at all. I saw other videos of him. He talked to black men in the same manner. So he leads me to believe that he's not an expert at shit. He's just throwing around his opinion. And I think that it was ridiculous. Her personally, I did see where they mentioned where she said she's a fan of the show. So she already knew what she was getting into calling him and how he may have possibly handled her. Made me feel like she was an attention seeker. As far as the whole 6-figure, I think her problem is that her wealth, her worth to me was embedded in what she had and not who she is. Because at the end of the day, one thing that he did mention was men want what they want. So you can be the most ordinary looking woman, and this can be a 6-figure man, and he wants you. And we actually have seen evidence of that over the years. We've seen a lot of famous men, and when they finally bring their wife to the red carpet, she don't look nothing like the models that you expect him to be with. She looks like an ordinary woman. Now, whether or not he met her before the money or whether he met her during the money, that's what he wanted. That's what he went after. So I feel for this man to have torn this obviously confused woman down in the manner that he did. I thought he was just an arrogant asshole, and I wouldn't trust anything he say. He can be looking at a blue sky and telling me, "What are you, stupid? It's blue," and I'm still gonna question it just because it's coming from his dumb ass. I digress.
Did anybody else see the footage? Quick, Phoenix, Rock.
I sent it to the chat, so of course I seen it.
Mm-hmm. Your opinion, sir?
I personally think, because granted, I only watched it all the way through once, but off of the first watch, just going off of the first watch, depending on, there's some truth in what he's saying, some, you know what I mean. As far as I'm just trying to form it because I'm trying to remember like all the. I know I'm not going to remember all the aspects of the video because granted it was a few days ago I watched it, but just going off of that clip, assuming, because granted I didn't see that whole episode, I just saw the clip that I shared. Assuming that if he was talking to a woman, if this woman was somebody who was kind of a very high maintenance, stuck up person who needed to get brung down to earth a little bit, then a lot of truth is said in jest. If he's just shooting his darts just to shoot his shit, I mean, could it be deemed as harsh? Yes. Was there still some truth said in jest when applied to certain women? Not all, but certain? Maybe.
I'm with Zena.
Now we got to go in. Now we got to go in. And we have to.
We can't see her comment. Rock ain't put it up.
We have to elaborate. We have to elaborate on what you mean by some women, not all. So what some women is he like actually talking about?
Hey, Reese.
Hey. Well, I guess from what I've gathered, there's some women who believe. Now, granted, what I gather is like some of the higher maintenance women who believe, I guess, the higher maintenance or stuck up. That like, cause what he would say, what he was saying is remnants of to something somebody would say to a woman who was stuck up, high maintenance, shallow, so on and so forth. Very materialistic, who believe because they look a certain way or have certain things, they require a certain individual, so on and so forth. That's what I was thinking.
Now I gotta be honest. Go ahead, stop.
I was gonna say I don't think it's so much as high maintenance or stuck up, because he asked her to rate herself. And that's what made me feel like she was just foolish for going on. He said, rate yourself. She said, when I wake up in the morning, I'm about a 5. When I put my makeup on, then I'm a 6. So she already has a low view. But that's my point. She already has a low view of herself anyway. I just feel like that whole interview was wrong all across the board. The way he handled her and her inability to accept that, she basically was calling herself okay or cute, not pretty, not beautiful, but because she owned her own pet grooming service, that entitled her to have a 6-figure man. So she wasn't putting any of her self-worth within herself, but the material possessions that she had.
Before
exactly.
we go any further.
Just to add on to her. Now, granted, like I said, or like not so much as that, but just to piggyback off of that. If she was on this man's show or live or whatever type of program it was, I'm sure she probably knew exactly what she was getting into, or she should have been more aware of, or I'm so assuming, I'm hoping she was aware of the type of person that she was actually about to have a conversation with. And if she was, she knew better than to undercut herself like that, because she opened a hell of a big ass floodgate as soon as she said that shit.
So. I wasn't trying to cut you off quick. I was just going to ask Rock while you were talking. Can you put up the comment from James? James, welcome to the show. And that he basically summed up what I'm trying to say in his one comment. That's how I feel she should have felt before she even went on the show.
Let's hold up, Star. Hold up, everybody. All the women in the group. Everybody that feels like they're 10 when they wake up. It's a big difference when you feel like you're a 10 personally. When you look in that mirror and you love yourself. That is phenomenal. That's hard to come by.
All right, so that
but these women, I'm sorry, Rock, hold on real quick. But these women that come on that show are very shallow. And she bragged about her money. I should not know that you make 6 figures.
I agree with you.
I should never know. If she never said that, there would be no argument. If a woman is a 6-figure earner, okay, that has nothing to do with your inner beauty. And this is what most of us deal with on a daily basis. This is what all 5 of us deal with, and all the people out there are dealing with right now, is that we don't find self-worth in who we are. We find self-worth in what we make. True. And I think that he was like, look, I've been making this. I'm 53 years old. You're 35. Like, fuck your money. What are you? You know what I mean? Like, breaking her down. Like, I think dude is really, he's already been there, done that. And an old man, they speak the truth. I think that he really had to hurt her feelings in order for her to understand that sometimes you got to let go of those material things and find your inner beauty. Because she shouldn't be talking about herself saying, oh, I'm a 6, or I'm a 7 at best.
And that's where you and I disagree. We don't disagree on finding the inner beauty. We disagree in that you just made the statement. You said older people speak the truth. You literally, if I'm going off of what you're saying, you feel that he was trying to get her to a place of looking deeper. You said it so much better than he said it. So I can't accept that it was okay the way that he said it. You may not be his age, but there's always a better way of saying things. And I'll give you a perfect example, Phoenix. I know that you're a woman that's confident in yourself. I don't want to know what number you rate yourself. I want to know what components do you put into your rating that makes you feel you're whatever number you feel you are. Can you do that for us right now? What to you makes up the rating?
I wouldn't even know how to rate myself, to be honest, because I don't look at myself as a number. I don't look at myself as what everybody else looks at themselves. I just know I'm Louisa, and I like who I am. I don't know how to rate myself.
And what's crazy is I didn't get the answer I was looking for, but what was beautiful about that is you still kind of proved the point. You know, it's like, okay, it's not about what I have, even if I can't give you a number. I'm just me and I love it. That's enough to make a 6-figure man, 8-figure man, or whatever figure man fall in love with you. He can look at the way that you care for yourself and the high regard that you hold yourself in and decide that you are what he wants for a wife or a companion. And I think that was the big thing that was missed in this situation. That's why she bothered me as well, because it's like, okay, so if you didn't own your own business, what would you think of yourself? You basically telling the world that you're a nobody, but because you have money, that means that you're supposed to have something. Why is that the thinking and the logic? Like me, I rate myself, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the way that I look, ever. I rate myself on my intelligence. I rate myself on my heart. I rate myself on my ability to nurture. I rate myself on how much I care. I minus myself on my mean streak. Like, I take the time to look into me to say, okay, well, what is it that would attract a person? And at no time does my looks come into play unless someone else brings my looks up, like namely my ass. I can laugh about it now, but that used to be a point of contention for me. I used to always dress like a dude because it's like I got way more than this. And if that's all you can see, then you're about to waste my time and I'm about to piss you off because I'm going to say some fly shit out my mouth that you don't like. So I feel like, when you're breaking yourself down or getting to the core of yourself, you should immediately shy away from the looks because there has to be more there than just that, or money for that matter.
This is age old. Okay, this is what I learned. R.I.P. to my pops. Right. This is what I learned is that at the end of the day, anything can happen. Right. You can go out here. You can be driving, get paralyzed. I've seen it happen to some of my friends in relationships. I've seen people, eventually have to get, chemotherapy, things like that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you rate your value on the amount of intellect and conversation that you can carry without necessarily having to be physical. That's just my opinion. That's something that I absorb. Like, it's going to take a lot, you know what I'm saying, to rate yourself if you don't have anything of sustenance to feed me.
Right.
If I can't feed you,
I'm sorry. I was going to say, I just saw some breaking news in the comments. Zena says that it's being said that he's a fraud. He doesn't even have businesses. Rock, can you find that comment and put that up for us, please? I wanted to show that to AI.
Now, this is the scary part about it, is that we're not out here trying to prove that he's a fraud. The fact is that we are talking about this because it is something that we don't talk about.
Okay, so can I say a few things? One, we have to remember that our physical attribute is what attracts the opposite sex. Point blank, period. That's the first thing that we see in the other person. We don't know how they are mentally. We don't know how they are emotionally, spiritually. We see their physical appearance. So that's the first attraction. When he was asking her those things, he was asking her because she had, of course, a list of what she wanted her man to be, how much she wanted him to make, how she wanted him to look, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And so he was asking her. Now, he did really try to not go there. He kept saying, ma'am, I don't want to keep going there. Ma'am, I don't want to keep doing this. Ma'am. And so I was listening to this and I'm watching both sides. I'm watching her face. He said she's a 35-year-old with 5 kids that makes 6 figures income, but she's looking for somebody that makes 6 figures and up, that has a nice body, that does this, that does this, does that. my issue with that is she's not even giving people who don't make that much or who might not have the perfect body an opportunity to be that man for her. And I think that's what he was trying to get her to see. I don't like the way he said it. Of course, he could have said it different, but if you really listen to the whole conversation and take your emotions out of it, I think that's what he was trying to get her to understand.
But you just put your emotions into it. Like, how can you not like the way he said it? He broke down a gold.
No, I mean, I don't like the way he
broke down a shallow. She was shallow.
I know,
she was shallow.
Emotional damage.
Let's not do this. No. If you don't want the emotion in it, he broke that whole down. Like, you can't be all of the above. You can't be making six figures, have 5 kids, and still want a perfect man. You're imperfect.
Right. That's why I said I had.
So how he said it was how he said it.
Okay, right. So here's my
but
question.
can you let me finish though?
I
didn't like the way he said it. That's why I had.
You cannot not like the way he said it. Either he said it or he didn't.
But you gotta understand. I didn't like the way he said it, which is why I had to listen. I had to listen in order to get what I said.
You didn't like the way he broke her down.
I didn't like.
He wouldn't have to do that to you. He wouldn't have to do that to Star. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have to do that to half the audience.
I knocked my mic over. Shit.
Half the female audience that we have, they would already be like, all right,
that's why I said I didn't like the way he said it, but I had to listen. So I had to pull the emotions out of it so I can get what he was saying.
How did you get emotional in the first place? Was it about you? Hold on, no, bro. Was it about you? Was it about you?
It was not about. Well, okay.
So how is it that you can get locked into that?
No, you know how? Because I'm a 36-year-old with 5 kids and I'm divorced.
So you only took those little bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it became personal.
Listen, no. When I went into it, that's the first part I heard. So I had to pull my emotions out of that and go back and listen. Because somebody was playing it in the group I'm in, and so I came in on that. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck that mean?
I want you to listen to me. Is how did you even take that and get emotional about it when it had nothing to do with you? You are not that shallow.
I know
I'm not that shallow.
But did you hear me say that when I came into the video? That's the first thing I heard.
So and then the fuck what? How did you get emotional?
Well, and also, didn't you say when he was when they were having a conversation, he tried to stray away from going that far with her?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
I can own that. He did. He kept telling her.
So she kept pushing the line, so he went over there.
I mean, but even still, at the end of the day, I'll give you a good example. Any of the men that's on here right now, if that was me, and take out the fact that you know me, okay, you're just watching some woman that you don't know, but I guess you will call him the interviewer, gets so emotional that by the end of it, he calls the woman a bitch. There is key reasons why a woman would see that and get emotional. It doesn't matter that he wasn't talking specifically to her. If you watched it all the way out, at the end of it, he literally said, look, bitch, before he cut her off. Like I said, my first opinion of that was that he was one of those guys in school that the popular girls that he wanted ignored him. So now that he's in a position where he can, have that type of dialogue with women, he gonna take that attitude out on every woman who thinks highly of herself. I'm trying to tell you, his point wasn't lost on me, but his delivery was whack as hell. It was.
What the hell kind of delivery do you want?
Okay, listen,
a man that has been making money. Hold on real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
What kind of delivery do women want from a man that has a choice? Now, me, Quick, Rock, you know what I'm saying? We are average men by far. You know what I'm saying? We are above average as far as personality is concerned, talent is concerned, like things that don't equate money. You understand me? So we can look at ourselves as highly as we want to. We can be brave. We can say, hey, look, I am conceited as fuck. I bet you would be somebody out there calling me a nigga and shut the fuck up. Shut your big head ass up. Shut your fat ass up. Shut your red ass. Like it will be a woman out there busting my ass if I was cocky. So you're telling me that women are not allowed to be talked to in the manner that they give the heat?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
I need you to understand. Okay, so for me, because I am going through this journey that I'm going through, and I'm actually healing myself, like for real. When I have triggers, things trigger me. So if something triggers me, I have to deal with it. That triggered me because I've been told that nobody wants a woman with 5 kids. So that's why I said when I heard it, I was like, whoa, what the fuck that means? Why I had, so that's why I had to say, okay, that ain't even about you. Pull the emotions out and listen.
And I
That's
respect your
all.
view. And
Thank
while
you.
we're on the subject of it, I just wanted to tell you, I'm on the flip side of that coin. I'm a mother of 5 too, but I have yet to experience somebody telling me that nobody wants a woman with 5 kids. So see my point, we can both be emotional about the same thing, but have different experiences because I haven't had, Phoenix's experiences. I've never had anybody tell me that. And that's just the reality of it. It's just like I said, I understand what you're saying, but okay, for example, you said that by standards, y'all are average. But whose standards is it? The
Exactly,
same,
because
that's right. The same society that can say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, so who are you average to? It might be a woman who, she has a Harvard or Yale degree, but to her, you are everything. Your personality and your money don't mean nothing. Everybody picks a mate
First and
based on
foremost,
different things. And that was all my
first and
point for what he said.
first and
Not
fucking foremost, women with degrees. I ain't gonna hold you. I've met plethoras of women with degrees. They are weird as fuck. Okay, if you don't match their degree or whatever, they think that. I guess they want to be in debt together, but there's no such thing as a
that's
blue
true
collar
though.
worker to a woman anymore. You dig what I'm saying? It's so weird out here. But I want to make sure that everybody gets this. That this was a 6-figure woman asking for a 6-figure man. Men who on average are the top 10%, and this is my own research, the top 10% that make 6 figures, okay, they do not want women with children. Most men that are in the top 10% don't have children. There's no way that a man that's in the top 10% can have children unless it's passed down, unless you Trump's son. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're somebody that had millions and acres and you could just sell land. But if you have been earning it as a black human being on this fucking planet, as an aborigine on this land that we call America,
oh Lord.
it's very hard. It's no. Even outside, even when you come into this land, because this is supposedly the land of milk and honey, we are dealing with women that are over fucking like thinking relationships.
Okay.
And what he was trying, he had to bust her ass because just because you make 6 figures doing dog grooming,
right,
doesn't mean that you can't deal with a person that is blue collar that makes 85 grand a year. As long as the person is working.
For you, AI.
Yes, sir.
GMO. So, granted, because you stated that you saw like the whole thing a while ago, like prior and all that good stuff. So, do you believe that because granted, in the footage itself, in the interview itself, he was trying to actually stray away from going that far, but every time she took it to the point where he was trying to go, where his only response garnered that, he just said F it and went there. Now, do you believe that in order for her to get the message he was trying to convey the whole time, he had to take it that far he had to be that blunt in order to get it through her mind in particular, because she just wasn't getting it when he was trying to explain it before?
Let's be true. There are people with egos, and money builds egos. The imaginary dollar, okay, something that's not real that can be printed out in mass production by fraud artists, everything makes people very ego driven. Okay.
True.
I've dealt with women of power. You understand me? I dated the head tax officials. I've dated, women that had millions of dollars, bro. Like, I've seen it. You know what I mean? But the one thing that they don't have is security within themselves.
True.
They just don't have it. They just don't have it. And so when she is sitting up there and only thing that she can say is, I deserve, because I have. Not everybody's going to match you. So sometimes it's got to be more of an emotional thing. It has to be more of a cerebral thing. You know what I mean? That's why I said earlier, like if you're paralyzed, the only thing that's going to carry you through a relationship when you get older is a conversation. When you sitting on that rocking chair out front, how much do you love each other enough to talk about books or anything like that? And I think that's where she lost him at. And I think bruh has sound, sight, and mind to say, like, look, I'm not going to say this. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to go here, but I'm going to have to because you think you like that. I'm 53. You're 35. I've been making this type of money that you're talking about for years now. I don't want you. I don't want you. The man that I am at 53 still wouldn't want you right now at your 35 best. So stop bragging on your money and stop saying you're a 6, but you still want to have this standard and just love yourself and go for somebody that's blue collar that works hard. You dig? I think that's the reason with the black household all over the world is that we keep putting the pressure on each other to be something that we can't be at that moment. Some things are going to have to take time. You know what I mean? Your degrees don't equate how smart you are.
True.
Very true.
You have knowledge of what scope of practice that you went into. You did.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that you're willing to sacrifice thousands of dollars for a fucking piece of paper. I know that. I know you're dedicated. I know that you can be indoctrinated. So that means you'll follow. If I can speak freely.
Yeah. As free as you want. Spread the wings.
When most of the millionaires out here don't even have degrees.
Very true. They hire the people with degrees to work for them.
Because they're slaves. So I know for a fact that you can be led into the abyss if I can say the right things. But after all is said and done, you're in debt, I'm in debt. We all got fucking 5 degrees. We still paying off fucking Fannie Mae, you know what I'm saying, for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck does it matter at the end of the day?
So
she has to learn to not talk about her money and her business and show and prove who she really is as a person. And then he would have never said shit.
He may not know how to do that.
True. And
that's the problem.
Yeah.
He may not know how to do that.
And those are huge women.
What if that was like her? What if that was like the first time somebody actually snapped her into reality?
Right.
What if everybody was just
know who she is outside of her job?
First of all,
she don't know who they are outside of their money.
She makes 6 figures in North Carolina.
And we don't know that she was snapped into reality either.
Exactly.
Right.
She's probably still in the now. I've dated
she
women
was
like
texting
that.
on her phone, like
either way. What if that was the first time somebody made the attempt, and it had to come off that way because
then that would be unfortunate.
It was not getting through.
But think about it like this.
Very valid point too. AI, North Carolina 6 figures is different from up here 6 figures.
You can make $100,000. That's damn near the equivalent of $300,000 a year.
Yeah, and I mean,
you can buy
not
a mansion
only that.
down there for that.
Keep into account the type of woman that she presented herself to be, where her money is all that mattered. Those are usually the women that you hear stories about getting scammed. A man just puts on a real nice suit, sells her a whole bunch of dreams, and runs off with that bank account. So there's all different kinds of things to unpack it. But at this time, I would like to go ahead on and state what I believe to be my unpopular opinion at the risk of our lady listeners tearing me up. I'm gonna take one for the team. My question, seriously, after watching this thing, regardless of how I felt about him, regardless of how I felt about her, is when are we as women gonna stop looking for men, period? When are we gonna start looking for ourselves? It's way more beautiful when it just happens. And when you go out looking for a man, and when you write your list and that's your only drive, it always ends up badly. Like, everybody knows what a vision board is by now. You feel where I'm coming from? So it's nothing wrong with having your standards. Write it on your board, pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do, and let it happen. Let it manifest and come to you. When you go out in the streets, when you get on these dating sites, when you ask for this advice, it never goes the way that you expect it to go. And it was a meme, but it made me think, when you got that many 6s lined up, were you calling for a man or were you calling for the damn devil? Like, just chill. Why can't you just be beautiful and cultivate yourself? Let him see you pouring into yourself, elevating your mind, working out and getting your body right for you. Let him find that beautiful and come find you. When you run behind him, you don't never get what it is that you really want anyway. That's why I thought that whole segment was stupid. I'm done.
How
Go
about
ahead.
we do this? How about we do this? And this is not, you didn't offend the women. You offended the men that are listening.
I would love to know how.
No, you really did, because you isolated all of y'all in y'all femininity and you went feminist, cold-blooded. Like,
I don't believe I did. I would like you to tell me how.
You can't say that, because
Telling a
men
woman to
suffer
take care of
from the same.
herself is a feminist?
Men need to take care of themselves too. Like, you ain't got no sons.
You know how many sons I got, and I didn't say that a man shouldn't take care of himself.
Okay,
I'm a woman speaking on how we should do ourselves.
Women already are braggadocious. I don't give a damn how humble y'all are. Y'all still support one another. You don't have to keep shouting it out into the stratosphere. Women always support each other. You got to be honest with me. And every woman on this joint, every woman on the platform has to understand this, is that y'all can talk to each other constantly. Let's stop doing the bullshit. You ain't got to put that shit out anymore. Y'all got to stop this shit. Like, you laughing, but you have to stop with the bullshit. Like, stop saying
I don't get it.
Women. No, women, learn to be humble. Women, learn to love openly, no matter what you've been through. Because you don't want a man.
Don't mean they always
you don't want a man.
it.
But see, you're not talking to the men either, because everybody's looking for a man. But you ain't talking about men.
I'm not talking to the men. Okay, so listen. On a previous show, we talked about whether or not a woman can raise a boy to be a man, correct? So since we already know that aspect of it, I can't possibly tell a man how to be a man. So that's why I'm not discussing the men. It's not feminist. All I'm saying is, as women, we know what to do. It's time that we start actually enacting that. I wasn't trying to isolate any men. I'm not saying nothing negative about y'all at all. I'm saying if we love ourselves more, the men will see it and they'll love us too.
Nobody said that you were saying anything negative about us. The thing is that you don't have to say anything overly. You don't have to isolate y'all as one singular group, because you're going to want a man, right? Eventually, like, maybe you might be lesbian, you know what I'm saying? You might want, but you're going to want somebody that's going to want to care about you, right? So all the women that do want a man in their life, this is not the rhetoric that we want to spread, because men don't spread that rhetoric amongst each other. Every time we get isolated into a point in the barbershops, when we're up there crying over our babe or whatever the fuck, we are hard on each other. We laugh at each other and be like, nigga, you stupid. Like, why the fuck did you do? We never console each other like y'all do. So stop doing it. If her average
how
ass
about you start
who makes more money, hold on. If her average ass that makes more money wants to keep bragging about it, she needs to be used for what the fuck she has advertising. Okay? That's an advertisement. If you only advertise about your money and what you can do, then you deserve to be used for that. You did. If you only advertise, y'all boost each other too much. Shit is weird. Men don't even boost each other.
But then when we boost y'all don't accept it.
You know why? Because we hear shit like this. When y'all unite, y'all turn into Voltron. Like, it's no coming in between women. Be honest, Quick. Hey, Quick, you shaking your head, but my man.
Because
from your mother,
it was funny.
Everything on damn.
It was funny. It was funny.
There's no coming in between women and their groove. And every time y'all keep doing these APBs and shooting out these goddamn bat signals to each other, y'all get loud and proud. Women, just love yourselves. Just love yourselves. Y'all get on each other and be like, women, shut the fuck up and just love the man that you with. Love the person that you with. Learn how to carry. Read a fucking book. I never hear women scream out, hey, ladies, read a book.
Didn't I just say taking the time to elevate our minds? So because I didn't specifically say read a book, you didn't hear that part in there. When I said, ladies, take the time to elevate your mind, that was lost on you, right?
Yep.
Just completely lost on you. Yeah, well,
Pretty
that
much.
just further proves our point. We gotta boost each other because y'all don't fucking listen.
Oh,
God
really?
damn it.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you to your face,
Oh,
you don't
really?
listen. God damn it, you don't listen.
Oh, okay.
You be spinning the
Okay.
block on shit we already answered and everything. Oh man, you don't listen. Shit.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think
evidently
that
they
I
want to
would
put me in the
like to
back room
say
because
that
I ain't got shit to
we
say.
want
I'm out of here.
y'all
It's bullshit.
to shut up. I don't understand the problem. I want y'all to. Why don't y'all do that? Why don't y'all tell each other certain things like we do? Why don't y'all tell each other? If y'all can tell each other you stupid, you can tell each other I love you or love yourself or do this or do that.
That
What is the
is
problem?
love. That's love. We tell each other we love each other after we get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, bro, you stupid. Like, you got a good girl, or we really focusing. And that's the problem is that a lot of us we focusing on our primary love for our mothers, and so when we get out there, we think that every woman is going to be like our mother. So our standard is set
That's true.
from birth. You know what I'm saying? From out the womb till we leave the household, our mothers are the pinnacle of what a woman is, whether it be bad or good. That's the pinnacle. That's the only fucking thing. No. And a lot of people, men, we can always say, okay, single mother. Okay, I grew up in two households, violent household. Mother was shit. You know what I'm saying? Father was shit. Father was great. Mother was shit. But the thing is that our first love and the scars that we bear are coming from our mothers. Okay.
Yep. No matter how she was,
No
that
matter
is true.
what she was, it's our mothers. Okay. So there's a lot of healing that we have to do. So money and things like that from most men don't even bother us. Like, we're not even thinking about that shit. We're looking for the same amount of love. And that's why you get some toxic relationships where we are still dealing with the fact that our mother was toxic or anything like that. But let me not spin the block because I cuss
No, but
goddamn,
that's
I
true
cuss
though.
just
That's
our ass
true.
out right now.
And
Because
but no, but
You
that's a
love me.
very
Shut up.
valid point. That's a very valid point when it comes to how we seek the love that we have or how we end up in certain relationships because of just like y'all look for your mothers, we look for our fathers. And that's a very, very important valid thing and that's a big thing that we need to start looking at ourselves and seeing what it is like why do we keep getting in certain relationships or why we keep getting in certain friendships or things like that because we're it's the experience. So you have to go back and look at what experience you had growing up and look at what you're dealing with now and compare it because we really do have problems and we need to deal with that.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, from the last guest that we had, how can bondage be freedom? I guess I got to put band-aids around my shit and jerk off. Like, I don't know. Is bondage freedom? Somebody
Yeah.
tell me something.
It
I gotta
depends
like this
on the.
movie.
I mean, it depends on the.
Depends on the
I
super
guess
glue,
that
nigga.
depends on the person. All right, look. I
You
can
in
see.
super glue.
All right,
OMG.
Did y'all hear the threat
look.
that he did y'all
Yes,
love?
yes.
She said, "All right, bondage could be freedom, right?"
Yeah.
I guess if you can apply that to somebody who's, matter of fact, Star knows about this because you said you done the Players Club thing with the police officers, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when it comes to people who are always in a dominant position all the time, them being the sub in a situation,
Where were you at, GIMO, when she made that
Yeah,
revelation?
he was right there.
No, I
He
was
he
not.
don't remember. You
Yeah,
okay? You know, but
she
you
said
weren't
she made a
there.
few officers say it loud before. But
okay,
anyways,
so before the actual movie Players Club came out, it's no secret, I don't hide it, that I come from the strip club culture. I used to dance for a lot of years. I actually started dancing at 16, immediately went into the clubs at 18. So long before the movie came out, I was already used to doing those types of things. And, local officers, I don't want to say which precincts, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but they used to literally hire us during the day while the strip club was not open, and they would have parties. They would come in because they liked being whipped with whips, being beat up, handcuffed with their own handcuffs. They
it's
actually enjoyed
freeing.
those things. It was freeing because they're used to being in a position of power. They're officers. Some of them that came in there were sergeants and some that came in were captains. So to them, they have all the power because they have that badge and that gun. So it was enjoyable to them and freeing to now be the person with no power. You handcuff me and you can do what you want to me, and there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing that they knew with surety coming through the doors is that we would not attempt nor would we kill them. Everything else was fair game, and they understood it, and that's why they rented out the club for that purpose. So
yeah,
I've been
there's your
done
answer.
that for a lot of years.
Another thing as far as why bondage is freeing is because you have to actually give your trust and be vulnerable enough to allow this person to take your power, like Star was saying. You have to be vulnerable, and being vulnerable with someone and being transparent with someone is freeing. It is freeing, and you're allowing what you have inside of you that's there that you really want to do to happen. It is freeing. It's freeing.
Mm. Well, as we swerve into a different neighborhood, let's talk about some pop culture-ish, or pop sports, if you would. The brother of the person who KO'd Nate Robinson, Mr. Logan Paul, older brother of Jake Paul, is going 1-on-1 in January or February of 2021 with Money Mayweather. It is signed, sealed, delivered. The flyer is out. They are promoting it. Thoughts, people?
I don't give a shit what Mayweather does until he can read me a full book, motherfucker.
You ain't shit.
If he can read Cat in the Hat, motherfucker, like
Bro, you
verbatim,
worse than 50,
like,
yo. You are worse than 50.
No, I want this motherfucker to
You
make me
worse
feel
than
like
50,
Halle Berry,
yo.
nigga. Make me feel good. Make me feel good, nigga.
You worse than 50 Cent, yo.
About his
talking
little
about,
ass
talking
hands
about
and all
make him
this
read
shit.
Cat in the Hat.
Man, fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck his money. Fuck all that.
Now let's take into account. Y'all seen what Jake Paul look like. Logan Paul is bigger and stronger than Jake Paul, and has been training longer. Now, and he also has about a 60 pound weight advantage over Mayweather. Now, granted, they're promoting it as a super exhibition, of course. It's not going to count on either fighter's professional records, because it's not really backed by the WBC or going to be scored by the WBC and so on and so forth. But now I don't know all the particulars of the fight, like the rounds, the time limits, and so on and so forth, or the specifics of the rules. But they will be in the ring. And granted, not long after the Tyson event, Logan Paul dropped the video. I think I shared it. Actually, yeah, I shared it in the chat, where he was calling out Mayweather initially, making fun of the whole reading thing. What did he say? He said in the video he was making fun of like the reason you haven't signed the contract is you don't know how to spell your name. And he went over to the wall that had Mayweather's name out in big letters, all colored and whatnot. This is how you spell your name, and was going across it. And then the W in Mayweather fell off of the wall. He said, "Don't worry about that. You're not going to get the W anyway. So let's skip that letter." And so on. So he was selling the hell out of this to get him to bite. I mean, it's a money move, but still, thoughts though. We already know what you think. You want him to read, I know.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. They got more money than we can ever dream of, bro. I'm out of here.
So?
Yeah, I'm kind of with him. I don't really care.
All right, fine.
I'm not a Mayweather fan, period. I'm really not. Mayweather disgusts me with his, I don't like
he disgusts you? What'd he do that disgusts you? I'm not gonna let that slide until you elaborate.
It's his whole it's just him.
His six-figure
like his personality,
bitch ass attitude, like that woman that we was talking about. Is that it?
Yeah,
he's a cocky, non-reading bitch ass dude.
I agree with the lady. I'm the same way with his ass. He a little bit worse though. I just can't.
Yeah, and that's not even the verses I'm worried about anyway. Keisha Cole and Ashanti agreed to a versus. Exactly, that's what I want to see. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why don't
That's
you
the
jump in the
verses
ring
that
with
I'm talking
Mayweather? You spar with him.
Me?
Yeah, you. Jump in there with him.
Listen, I'm a good person, but I'm very criminalistic. If I'm getting in a ring with Mayweather and I got to take any hit, I need at least 10 dudes at his house hitting the safe because I need some real money for that. Okay? I'm not even joking. It's not going to happen ever. You feel me?
Give me the fucking
I'm going to
address.
steal some of them Gucci sweaters that he kept on wearing when they was disrespecting us.
Ain't none of us fit them, but yeah, we can steal them.
Exactly.
Somebody
no, look, we gonna steal the Gucci sweaters and pass them out to the homeless. That's what we gonna do, okay?
Them homeless people finna be draped up. They finna be draped up.
You said, can they fit them?
Nah.
Shoot, with that baby coming, his daughter damn sure can't fit him.
Damn.
Well, anyways, dope, to what you were saying, I got Ashanti.
Me too. I think Ashanti gonna burn a hole in Keisha ass. I'm sorry, Ashanti not only
Ashanti has a
singer.
It's kind of a shoe-in because Ashanti has a broader
catalog.
Thank you. Has a broader catalog.
Because she's a writer too, not just a singer. That's what I was gonna say, because what people are forgetting about verses is they go by catalog. So not only does Ashanti sing, she writes for big name artists, and some of those are major hits. So you have to keep into account that any number one time that she just doesn't feel like playing a song that she sung, she could just pull J-Lo, Beyonce, out of the crate and play one of those because she wrote those songs. So I feel like,
is she known for writing for anybody, or do we know of anybody she's wrote for?
Keisha's not a known writer. I've never heard of her writing for anyone else. And that's my whole point. She has a great voice. I love both of them as singers, but catalog wise, Keisha can't touch Ashanti. She just can't.
Now, granted, even if this was a factor, it wouldn't be. I'd still have Ashanti winning because she just has more material out. And if I'm going off of my personal taste, I like Keisha Cole, but there's more Ashanti songs I like than hers. But there's just maybe because, like I said, Ashanti just has more songs. But I would say more than likely, if Keisha Cole is not known for writing for other people, now granted, she may have ghostwritten, I don't know, but they may limit it to strictly their songs. Because I do know if you're factoring songs that people wrote for each other, you usually try to get people who both have written for people and have their own, like, for instance, the guy that, what's the dude's name that Neo battled? That was a good one, but I forgot his name. But anyways, they both had songs that they both have songs that, look it up, it's a good one. But they both had songs that they own and they wrote for like everybody in the dang industry. And they mixed it.
And you said look it up. I watched it. I just can't remember it like you. I watched it, but you said that maybe Keisha has ghostwritten. What you got to understand is when they go by catalog, you have to have writing credits for that song. So if Keisha ghostwrote,
that's what I mean.
She can't use it on the verses.
But that's my point, though. She may have ghostwritten, but like I said, that wouldn't really even count because it's ghostwriting.
No, because she can't use it.
Which is my point of why they may just strictly limit it to material that's released under them by them. So,
nah, they haven't been doing it that way. Because Monica,
when was the last time a writer went against a non-writer and just played other people's songs they wrote for?
Well, they mostly did that with the men, the producers, so that's something different. I didn't see them do that with the women, but the guidelines still state what they state. It doesn't matter that Keisha is not a known writer. That doesn't take away from what Ashanti can choose to be played. She's a writer, and she came in the game a writer. Remember, she wrote for Christina Milian. Like I said, J-Lo. She wrote for other artists before she even got her own deal. Then she started writing for bigger named artists after she got her deal. So you can't now tell her that she can't use her meat and potatoes to try to so-called win just because Keisha didn't write.
The thing is, she doesn't have to. But the thing is, she's probably not even going to do that because she didn't have to. Like, she has the catalog of just her body of work released under her to win that match. She doesn't even have to go in that bag.
Well, this has become, sort of like a tennis match. Everybody else is just watching us. So I'll just leave it with, we'll see.
That's all we can. Speaking of, that's all we can do.
Hit it. 16:30. Go ahead.
And speaking of celebrities, though, they have found a way. Because you remember when this first whole this first pandemic, what was Rob? Was you talking just now?
Yeah, we gonna say that for the next show. We are at almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
man, bro. So with that being said,
well, I wouldn't keep a track of time. Well, thank you.
Yeah. So with that being said, we will go ahead and wrap it up. Final words, my good people.
Ladies. Hurry up, I changed my mind.
Oh no, you didn't. Shut up. Anyway, I can be quick. Love yourself and others. Go. See, you interrupted me.
I changed my mind.
Love yourself and others. It's a cold world out there.
Listen, this is your man, GMO, aka non-GMO man. GMO on all platforms, man. Twitter, Facebook, everything. I want everybody out there to live, love, and practice what you preach. You understand me? Make sure that you find your value within yourself, and then everything else will exude. You understand me? There is a confidence that you cannot reverse when you are who you are, truly. So I love y'all, man. Hey, look, make sure you understand that we got masks, we got merch, y'all. So make sure you hit up the No Filter Show, man. We got future winners of a contest, right? For the top fan, right?
Yeah.
And with that, I close out, man. I'm out of here.
You can find me at the Blue Phoenix on Facebook and the Blue Phoenix Hills on Instagram. And on top of the merch, we are under Red Vision Cinema, Red Vision TV, and we are working on several movies. We also have a fundraiser to, get funding for these movies. So if you watch any of our pages, you'll see it on there. I really don't have much to say that I have not said already. I agree with my two fellow comrades that spoke before me, and I'm sure I'm going to agree with the comrades that's going to speak after me. So I love you guys so very much, to my panel and our listeners. Have a great night. Quick to the flow.
I just wanted y'all to look at that for a second, because this is available on all music platforms. That's Asylum by yours truly, K Quick. Beats, bars, and faith. You already know what it is. Just remember, nothing else matters but the ones you love. Really. Oh, follow me at The Real K Quick on everything. I am kquick.com. You know the vibes. Yeah.
And I am the one and only TaylorMade Rock. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock. And make sure y'all go follow the No Filter Show at the No Filter Show on RVTV on Instagram, and the No Filter Show on Facebook. Final thoughts, man. Find your freak. If you can't find your freak, go find that guest that was on here. She can help you get you out of sight. You hear me? I love y'all, man. This is the No Filter Show. Make sure y'all tune in next Thursday as we talk about what the fuck ever we feel like. You know what I'm saying? We out of here.
Yep.